Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host, the cultural commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host.
Teague.
And we're back with another episode of Hip Hop Goodness because this is the hip hop show where we actually talk about the music here. We don't just stay chilling with the drama, if you get what I mean. But before we actually get into the show, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video if you have not already. And check out all of our social links down in the description down below. And if you are an up and coming artist and you potentially might want your music to be heard and reviewed on this channel, on this platform right here, go ahead, submit in that Google form. You cannot be sensitive. Trust me, you cannot be sensitive because we give our real and raw thoughts on our opinions because guess what? We actually talk about the music over here. Also, in today's episode, we are going to be talking about some new music releases and some new hip hop current events and news as usual. We also got What We've Been Jamming, which is a section where we talk about some of the music we've been listening to since the last episode. We also have two album reviews, Drake and Party Next Door, Some Sexy Songs for You, and Black Milk and Fat Ray's Food from the Gods. And we have a few discussions, one of us being the numbers cast, and the second one being Drake versus Kendrick. This should be an exciting one, B. This should be one that should be definitely getting disliked on the channel based off of our Drake hate forced content video right there, because that's like one of our most disliked videos, but one of our most viewed ones. So thank y'all for running that one up for us. Y'all ran us up in the monetization. Thank y'all so much. But like I said, make sure you follow us on all of our social medias if I have not already said that and made that clear enough. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where the hub for everything Beyond Beats and Culture, where we had the exclusive shows. Let's Have a Conversation by T and Dark Sage's Interlude by me, where we talk about our own personal things and stuff we won't talk about on hip hop that we could not fit on the show itself. YouTube exclusive series. And make sure you check out the clips that we upload daily on the channel as well. And in case you want to go to a certain point in this actual conversation or in the show right here, we do have timestamps down in the description down below, along with all the other show notes. But with all that being said, B, how have you been?
But I've been chilling, man. Listening to a lot of music. I was like, you know what? I do a music show every week. I should listen to more music, man. So I was trying to get back and manage how I consume different, content, media, and stuff like that. I'm trying to vary it out. You know what I mean? I was like, I need to get back to the music, B. So I've been all right. What about yourself, man?
I've been all right, man. We finally hit monetization in terms of like us having ads on the channel, so I'm
Mhm.
happy for that. And also just been listening to a lot of music as well. I did a vinyl collection video, which I actually recorded. I don't know when it's actually going to go up as the time of
Mhm.
us recording this episode right here, but I did that. That was a bit grueling and painful, but hey, we got it done. And also, I've just been looking at the record collection. I'm just like,
You
maybe I
need
need to
more,
add a
B?
few more things on that shelf right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be a bit more attentive to some of the records that I really want, especially since today Dro or 99 Vinyls, he put up a link to a Yeats 2093 album from last year that we talked about. It finally came out on vinyl this year in a collector's set. No, I had
You
to
bought
scoop
it?
that. No, yeah, he did it. He put it out for a really good price too, with all the deluxe tracks that he did with the different digital deluxes that he put out too. I was like, all right, finally, someone is doing well, putting out a 3 LP album, and it's under $40, 38.99. Incredible. So yeah, shout out to Yeet for doing that because a lot of people do not put their vinyls priced that well. Sometimes they be putting 1 to 2 LPs for that same price,
Mhm.
and they
I didn't
insane.
expect you to do a full record collection, B. I was like, that boy did all.
Yeah, I didn't expect to do it either, but I was like, all
Hmm.
right, I got time. This is literally one of the only other times I'm gonna ever have to be able to
Hmm.
do this.
So
Let
let's
me go
do
ahead
it.
and knock it out. I was like, F it. I'm like, if I mess up, I mess up. If I, hey, however I did it,
Yeah.
however I do it. So yeah, I had to do it. And I thought it'd be a nice little 1,000
Hmm.
subscriber celebration little video
Yeah.
too. So yeah, I was like, they worked for
I
it,
I'm
subscribing and
scared. I'm
supporting.
scared to do mine, B. I can't do it. Cause I got
What
I
you mean you
got
can't do it? Don't be a punk,
it's
B. You gotta push past your limits.
I have to do it. I have to do it like probably like 100, maybe. Make 100. Maybe 80 something. Cause I got a lot of old school albums and stuff, bro. I got a lot, bro.
Why
I don't
don't you
even be
section
counting
out the old
those.
stuff and just talk about the new one? I mean,
That's
not
what
the
I'm gonna
newer
do.
ones, but
I be
section
my
out the.
my old stuff is sectioned out by itself.
Mhm.
And I got it all in one thing and some other stuff. But I got some more stuff. I've been thinking, V. I've been thinking I might have to start collecting a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking about it, getting
Hey,
back into the game.
same. I got one coming tomorrow. I can't wait.
I got a cassette coming tomorrow.
Nah,
I bought
I got
the
Usher's Confessions coming in tomorrow for
it's
the 20-year
VMP
anniversary. Nah,
VMP.
the just the regular 20-year anniversary edition.
I got Pink's Sifu. Sife Seafood, right? I always mess
I
up
don't.
his name.
You watch it. You listen to
I
him,
know
not
I
me.
listen to him a lot, and I stay messing up his name. Pink
I don't know
Seafood.
which. I don't know what
It's
his
Pink
name
Seafood.
is.
It's
Oh,
Pink
okay.
Seafood. I got Pink Seafood Black Antique on cassette coming. I had to get that, bro.
Didn't
I'm
you
on a builder.
put that album on the show, B?
Yeah, I talked about the album. I talked about the music,
Wow, it's like
B.
we talk about the music.
You don't got
Why?
any cassettes, right, B?
Nah, I don't have any cassettes, but I will buy a cassette, probably like from underground artists that we listen to. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
why I'll
got
go with that.
I got three. I used to
Yeah.
have way more, bro.
I don't want to be a hypocrite and be like, why would I buy a cassette? I have nothing to play it on. And then I was like, oh, I used to collect vinyl,
But
vinyl
vinyl
records.
yeah.
that had no record player.
I have this cassette player I want to play. I mean buy, but I haven't bought it. I'm gonna buy it, bro.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
buy it.
But B, besides all that, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
Your boy was jamming a lot, B. First thing I jammed was I talked about it on my Let's Have the Conversation. But I listened to Jay-Z Kingdom's Come, B. I was like, it's been a minute since I
It's really
played this
good.
album. Yeah.
I remember you talked about it last year.
I talked about it last year.
Hmm.
Dang, I didn't know.
You talked about it
I talked
last year,
about
and that's what made me want to go listen to it. But I did a whole Jay-Z discography
that
dive.
is true. That's the
Mhm.
album I listened to, but I guess if I talked about it, I can go into another album then. My
No, I mean
bad.
you
I
can talk
forgot.
about it still
But
because
no,
we talk about the music over here, B.
I
Remember that.
know,
We,
but
we talk
look,
about the music.
that's something that I guess is regular in my rotation every year. But look, I'm gonna talk about an album that's not.
Okay.
Jay-Z, Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? Rock Familia,
The Dynasty?
The Dynasty.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I know you talked about it last year because you did the
Hmm.
whole,
The
and I
whole
haven't
Jay-Z
listened to it.
discography.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it in years. Great album, man. I love that album, man.
I think the only problem I have with it, I get it why it was, like I said, why it is.
Hmm.
To me, too many features. To me, it's not a. I don't want, but that's why I don't want to count it as like a Jay Z album because it's not really a
Yeah,
Jay Z
that's why I
album.
said
It's a Jay Z and Friends
Rockefeller.
album.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you have Beanie on that joint. You got Memphis
Hmm.
Bleak.
Hmm.
What's the girl name? I can't think of her
Um.
name.
Uh.
Um, I
Uh.
cannot think of her name right now,
Is it
bro.
something Fox? No. 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 No.
No,
No.
no, that's Foxy Brown.
I know.
Is it
Dynasty.
is it Amelia? What's her name? What's her
Uh,
freaking name, bro?
I'm not
Hold on,
sure.
me.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go back to it
Let's
so
see.
I
I'm about
can.
to look it up too. Let me
What was
see.
her? What's her name, bro? I totally forgot her name.
Jay-Z, Rock Familia.
Is she on
I,
here?
she's on there. I
I
know who
thought
you
I heard her
talking
on the
about.
album.
I just can't pull her up. Now I don't
I
know. I
can't think of
don't
her
know. I give
name.
up.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. But anyways, yeah, just listen to it, bro. Hearing like Scarface on that can't be my life. That joint's dope.
Oh yeah,
And
that's a
then
good
R.
song.
Kelly, bro, guilty to proven innocent.
Well, B, remember it's weird that we even still listen to R. Kelly. Remember that?
Hey, he happens to be on the song. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Mhm. Is
I
her
don't know. I
name
just thought that.
Omilio
Oh,
Sparks or
oh
no?
yeah. Oh, it's say it again.
Omilio Sparks?
No, I don't think that's her, bro.
Or is it Lil
Oh,
Mo?
Millie. Nah, not Lil Mo. Hold up.
I'm looking at the track list right here. But
Hold
yeah,
up, bro.
I can't find it on the credits right here. And I'm looking right at
Emil.
them.
Emil.
Okay. Yeah, she's not
Emil.
popping up for me, but I know exactly who you're talking
I think
about.
she's on the album. I heard her voice. I know I'm not
No, no,
bugging.
no, no. She's not on here. I'm looking at Genius right now. So they probably just don't have it updated like that.
Mm. All right. But yeah, Emil. But yeah, bro. The album, it was cool, man. It's been a while since I listened to it. But just
Mhm.
going back listening to it, sometimes it brings you back in that time. Like, yes, I wasn't around like actually jamming this music at that time, but I still remember the feeling and like what was played on like Rap City and like 106 in Park that was on, and like hearing some of the like hearing the record cuts and stuff like that, and hearing some of the Lucy's and things like that. So me listening to this branched me out to listen to other Rockefeller artists. Even though I heard these albums as well, I listened to some of these albums when I was just actually trying to find myself in hip hop. So going back and hearing it now is like a different experience. You know what I'm saying? So now I think it was a really good album. I know some people love it, some people like in the middle of the road with it, but like you got some of Jay
Mhm.
Z best, like some dope verses on there, bro, and like Beanie doing his thing. Beanie is like all over here, and like Memphis Bleak. I'm with him because I don't know. Did Jay write this? Did you do this? Who knows? But if any of you young
Was
guys
he
checking us out,
the next Jay-Z?
yeah, I heard Jay wrote a lot of his stuff though. But if any of you young folks haven't heard this album, I say, I recommend y'all to go back, do your history, because I know a lot of people want to be like, oh, Jay-Z's a businessman, he do this. Y'all don't really know the past like that. It's like the same situation of like people just think Joe Budden's a freaking podcaster when you just don't know, he used to be spitting. So sometimes, bro, when you get into this game, you gotta do your history, do your homework. So go back and
Problem with that comparison is Joe Budden don't have a legendary
nah,
discography.
I'm just saying on like as a younger guy, you look at someone, you're
Mm.
like, oh, I know them for this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just use him because nobody really look at Joe Budden as a rapper no more. But he has some really good work. But a lot of the stuff is old mixtapes and some of the quality is horrible. But it is what it is. But music, what Lost Quarter, what's it called?
Loose quarter.
Loose Quarter, whatever. One of them joints. I like that
Mhm.
one. Moon Music 4, of course. And then his albums after that, like Rage in the Machine and stuff like that. Rage
No
Against the
love
Machine.
lost or something like
No
that.
Love Lost was dope. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm just bringing up stuff. Y'all want to do y'all history? Go back and listen to Hove. Because I was late on Hove. Some of the rappers I started listening to, they used to, they the fans and the communities I was into, they all hated on Jay-Z. So I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta hate on Jay-Z too.
I
And
know.
I
I
heard
remember vividly. I remember having American Gangster. Yeah, me. Oh yeah, I love this album. He's a lyrical dude. You man, Jay-Z whack.
And that album's so fire.
Hey, you scarred me from Jay-Z.
I know, bro. My bad, bro. My bad. Hey, man, I was a young teen, man. I was, following the herd of some of my internet homies. But yeah, bro. What's the correct name for it? The Dynasty by Jay-Z,
Mm.
Rockefeller, whatever you want to
Rock
do,
La
man.
Familia. The
Rock,
Dynasty
rock.
Rock La
Yeah,
Familia.
yeah, that one. What you got, B?
I guess the first thing I want to talk about, and this is a single from one of my old classmates. I've talked about his projects before and me actually listening to him, but he just put out a new single. He's been hyping it up. His name is Chris Teague, and his newest single is called Coffee. And boy,
Hmm.
is that boy singing on there. I'm like, ooh, at first he was hyping it up on Twitter. I'm like, Chris, I'm like, you got to chill on that hype, bro. You got to chill on that
Yeah.
hype. Because that boy can sing. Oh, that boy can sing. And he's one of them R&B singers where it's like you can hear him clearly. It's not like one of those
Hmm.
he sounds weird or distorted or anything like
Hmm.
that. He has to use autotune. Oh no, that boy got the vocals.
Yeah.
So he's not
That's
doing like the
dope.
super high pitched crazy stuff. But I was like, oh, this song is so good. It sounds like not old school R&B, but kind of like more traditional style R&B. And then I don't know if that was you, Chris, that was actually playing that sax at the end, but boy, the way he was laying them sax plays at the end, whatever you call it. Ooh, this is a good R&B song right here. Very, very lover boy era R&B right here. So I'm definitely excited to see where his album goes. I know he's been performing lately or recently at this one venue. So I was like, okay, that's dope to see one of my old classmates actually, doing his thing, especially when it comes to music and something creative. So I gotta give
Hmm.
props and a shout out to that because I liked his previous projects, but this newest single called Coffee, really, really dope right there. Chris, keep doing your thing, man. I support it. But yeah, B, what's your
Okay.
next thing that you listen to?
All right. My next project is Beanie Siegel's The Becoming.
Mm.
Hey,
I was
this
told to
right
listen to
here,
it.
this right here is another album I listened to years ago. And this right here is dope, man. This is dope right here. Beans is different, bro. Like going
What'd you
back
like
and
about the
like
album, B?
I just, of course I love Beans. I don't. It's like he's so gritty and grimy. It's that Philly stuff, especially like what's your life like or whatever. What I mean, I think it's
Mhm.
called What's Your Life. Bro was just talking about, are you ready to go to prison? Like he was just breaking all this stuff down and what you got to do. And like, are you ready for this? And like, I'm like, nah, I ain't built for that. I remember hearing that, what I'm saying, younger, like, nah. And then just hearing it now, like, bro, being like a family man, and then him talking about how, thinking about, you leaving your kids, your wife, and all them behind, and then your wife sleeping with your homie. It's like, man, like, this is crazy. But now, Beans is dope, man. And it's a song, I think it's on The Becoming with him and Scarface, or is it on The Truth? Is it on The
You
Truth?
mean the truth or the fix?
Not The Truth.
Is that a Beanie Siegel album?
Yeah, The Truth is a Bean, that's his first album. I
Oh,
think
see,
Scarface,
I never
Brad
listened to
and
a Beanie Siegel album.
Brad and Face is on. It's on The Becoming or is it on The Truth? I think it's on The Truth. Yeah, I think it's on The Truth. Brad
Hmm.
and But anyways, about Beanie, bro, you could tell like he was like the standout when it came to the Rockefeller, in my opinion. Like going back and listening, going and doing my little research, listen to more. They debuted albums and stuff. Like Beans was the guy. I know he couldn't really kind of, he was in the, half foot in, getting in trouble and doing
Mhm.
things like that. But like rapping wise, like storytelling, just actually making you feel emotion. Like starting this album out with Feel It in the Air, bro. You can feel it in the air. You know that song by Beans? It's just emotional. You
Is
don't know
that the
that
one
song?
where he's in the? Does he have a music video to it? And
Yeah,
like the
he got the
people are
music
breaking
video,
in
and
his
then like,
house or whatever.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, like starting the album off of that, setting the mood with that one, bro. Like, and then the track with him, a one shot deal with Redman killed that joint. Bun B on here, Purple Rain.
Oh, I gotta
That
listen to
song,
the album.
yeah,
I gotta listen to it.
that song's dope. And they was talking about like, sip and serve or whatever. And Bun B on that
Mhm.
joint, Free Pimp, all that type of stuff. And Bun B, that's when he was like,
This was
I don't
during
know, but
this album came out in 2005, correct?
'05, yeah. So
Yeah, because
so
this was
like,
during Bum B's feature run. So yeah.
yeah, he was on there, bro. Uh, he had Snoop Dogg on one track. I think Snoop had a verse on there, but I don't know. I think he was just on the hook. But what is the freaking one song? Was it Brad? I don't know. I think it was on the Truth album. But anyways, bro, like listen to this now. Like I said, with adult ears, bro. This right here, this it. This something now that I gotta put in the rotation, B. Like I heard it years
Mm.
ago, but I wasn't listening to it like that.
Yeah,
I
of
wasn't
course.
listening
You
to
gotta
it like
re-listen
that.
to stuff as an adult. Of course, of
Like
course. I
re-listening
understand.
to it and being like, dang, now you actually kind of understand what they talking about. You get what I mean? And so also, we're regional, so some stuff is more regional to us that was like stuck in our rotation, like something that we can more really, relate to because you hear most of it. And like with Beans, you just knew stuff that he had with Hove or some tracks he had, that maybe made and like movie cuts and stuff like that. Come on, I love State Property. I love,
Mhm.
Get Down and Lay Down. You know what I'm saying? You love those
Was it Paper
movies. Like,
Soldiers? He was in
Paper
Paper
Soldiers
Soldiers
with
too,
him and
right?
Kevin Hart. Yeah,
Hmm.
he was what was his name over there? Stu. He was
Mm.
Stu on there, Jake. But like, yeah, man, he the bully, you know what I mean? But like, man, Beans is a really dope artist, man. I don't know if people talk about him much about like his catalog, because like listen to this albums, like some of his albums throughout the week, man. Last week, I really enjoyed it. So if any of you guys want to get into Beanie Siegel, this I think is his second album. Because I think he got locked up and came home. I could be wrong, but the Be Coming by Beanie Siegel came out in 2005. Really dope project. I gotta find what that one song. But what you got, B?
I guess the next project I'll talk about. I went to go revisit. Well, go ahead,
No,
B.
no, you good. You good. I just saw what a song at out with the Scarface. It's on a different album. Are you
Oh,
good?
okay. But I guess one album I could talk about, and I actually revisited it because I don't know what it was. Oh, I remember what it is because after I did my vinyl video, I was looking at my 3 6 Mafia vinyl of Most Known Unknowns. And so I was like, dang, like I love this album. And I'm gonna do a review of it this year because I think you didn't want to like do
Nah.
yeah. And so I'm gonna do a review of that. But I was like, dang, let me listen to Last to Walk because I remember that coming out and it having Lolly Lolly on there. And so I was like, okay, let me go back to that album, see what it was like. And it's literally their last, like, album before I guess they kind of like disbanded or unofficially disbanded itself. And Juicy J really became a monster on his solo run. But yeah, I went
Mm.
to go listen to 3 6 Mafia's Last to Walk. Some songs on there that some people might know is Lolly Lolly. Um, I'd rather like I know I love having sex, but I'd rather get some head. It's very
Yep.
3 6 Mafia. This was after Crunchy Black has now left, who was the third member that's on the Most Known Unknowns cover. And so it's literally just Juicy J and DJ Paul. And throughout the album, they do have features here and there, and they are on that darker production, which sounds like really good nowadays. But I
Mm.
will say, album wise, this just sounds like more leftovers from most known unknowns, rather than like like a really good, strong body of work. I liked it and I still enjoyed it, and I definitely see where Chameleon got some of his beats from, and I could see like where Chameleon would have really shined on the top of their production because they did produce some tracks for Chameleon. Chameleon used some of these tracks for his mixtape Messiah series, and so just going back to some of these tracks, I'm just like, dang, like this definitely like holds a place in my heart nostalgia wise, especially coming home, looking at some of the music videos like for Lolly Lolly, Project Pag, being
What's
heavily
Lolly
influenced.
Lolly? I don't know
Lolly,
why
lolly, 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 let me see you pop that body. It sounds like it's like you would never think it was a 3 6 Mafia song when you just heard it, but you'll remember it if you hear it. It sounds like a
Mhm.
club song. Like it to me, it might have like been like closer to like actually introducing DJ Paul more to like the EDM side of like music. And so yeah. You'll know it when you hear it, trust me. But especially like if you were down here and you watch music videos a lot, like Rap City, you'll know
Hmm.
it. But it's one of those songs I was like, whoa, this is definitely like not really 3 6 Mafia. But yeah, 3 6 Mafia's last album, Last to Walk. Definitely wanted to just shout out an old Southern hip hop group that's legendary within the game. So yeah, you go ahead with your next one, B.
All right, let's see, man. My next one will be since I was on being single. I gotta talk about the truth. The truth is I think this was his debut album. I could be wrong. I think so. It came out in 99, no, 2000. Uh, so the truth, this right here, another dope album by Beanie. But one thing about this one, it picked up to me like it's you got 14 tracks. It picked up it to me at like six. Everybody wants to be a star, and all the way down, bro. It's just it's nothing I could skip. Like even with the track with Eve on the hook, I wish she had a verse on that because that beat, I love the beat on that. And Stop Chill was dope. And then Mac and Brad is like probably my standout track with him and Scarface. The back and forth they had on there was so dope. And then Scarface like leaves at the end, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gone, man. I'm gone or whatever." And then he comes back like at the end, just rapping. And then you know how I track when somebody just rapping and they just finish. You like, "Ah, I wanted to hear more," and it like fades away of him just going off. Like, and then this was Scarface had this one. His voice was like, you know what I mean? When he had that voice, like in the earth, his voice was more powerful. Like now,
He was fatter.
yeah, his voice it
He was
had more of
heavier.
a had
Had
more of
more weight
a
to it.
to it. It had
Like
more
a
weight
heft.
to it. Yeah, and I don't know, it just he sounded greedy on there, bro. That's I was like,
Uh-huh.
dang, Scarface is like one of the greatest of all time, bro. But like,
Mhm.
just how he say things, bro. Oh my god. And then him and Beans like felt I don't know, like a perfect marriage. Like you could tell Beans like got something from Scarface, bro, and how they meshed together on that track, amazing. Um, yeah, man. Anything was that was like it's a Jay Z track, but it's just Jay Z on it at the end. I'm like, I wonder why he did that. So like the album ends with Jay Z. That's one thing I didn't like, but it's like if I have anything, remember that song? Anything, dun dun dun, anything. You don't know that song by Jay
Oh,
Z?
yes, yes, I
Yeah, that
do.
was on Beanie album at the end of it. So I'm like, why they end it like
Where did
this?
I hear that song? You know what it
But Die
reminds
is
me of? It
dope.
reminds me of a Hard Knock Life. That's what it
Yeah, it's
reminds me of.
just it's like that. But he put it
Yeah.
on here. But Die was dope. Ride for my like, bro, like some dope stuff on here, bro. I was like, dang, why nobody talk? I see sometimes people post these albums, like Beanie albums, but like it's just like you don't hear them talk about it like that. But he has a really his catalog, bro. I want to go a little deeper because he don't have much. But I think I listened to 3 albums from him over the week last week. But
Maybe
nah,
he's one of
these
those rappers that's like stuck regionally.
could be.
Like if you was in like in the East Coast, like yeah, of
Of
course you're
course,
gonna
in
know
Philly,
these
you know they're
people.
gonna love him. Yeah,
Well, I'm saying East Coast in
in the East
general.
Coast period. Yeah,
But I'm
yeah, they
trying to see
might.
like what artists we I think an artist that we might have in the South would be like a Bun B.
Hmm.
Because or a lot of like the Texas music that didn't really make it out. Like Draped Up,
Hmm.
Dripped Out. We know that song, but I'd be
Hmm.
very hard pressed to know if someone outside of the region knew Draped
But my
Up and
whole
Dripped
thing is just Beanie was more like you know who he was who he's connected to. He was on
Out.
Rockefeller, so he has a more big range of reaching a wider audience. But I still get what you mean by regional because that still happens, regardless on who you connected to. You kind of could stay in one
I think
region when you be
it's kind of like Freeway too.
yeah, Freeway, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I knew these albums when because I love hip hop, so I'm gonna go back. But it's like me hearing
What?
them now, but
You
me
love hip
hearing
hop,
them,
B?
yeah, B, I love hip hop. Like, but me going back and like listening to them, like I said, as adult, different ears, I don't know, it just connects different. Cause I know, like, when you listen to someone you're younger and you hear it, you don't really understand a lot of stuff they're talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's why I do a lot of like the older stuff that I was listening to back last year.
And I made a mistake. What your life like is not on the becoming, it's on the truth as well.
Hmm.
Like I got the because I listened to the albums back to back, and
Oh yeah, so I could
yeah,
definitely see why you thought
yeah, I
that.
listened to the albums back to back. So if anybody want to correct me, I know y'all like to correct people. If y'all, but anyways, hey, Beanie Joints, his albums be these are only two I'm gonna talk about today, but really dope pieces of work. It's some stuff you know you can do without because see, I can't talk about that. I feel like for me to call this a classic, I have to live through it. I don't know. I don't know. I think they just some really good albums. I don't want to say they classics.
Mhm.
I don't want to say they classics, but really
No,
good
I understand. I
albums.
respect it. I respect the
Yeah.
take. I think we can have great albums and them not be classics.
Yeah. Everything don't have to be a classic, but you know that. You know
Yeah, of
that.
course.
Hmm.
But
But no,
you
that's
done
it.
with yours?
I'm done with that one. I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna say two more. Two more.
All right. Next thing I listened to was the R&B group They,
Oh, they did
Love
drop.
Jones. Yeah, they dropped the album this week, and this is my first time listening to an album. Now I've heard some of their
Oh,
songs in my Spotify algorithm and recommended, and I thought that was cool, but it never really made me go listen to an album. And I've been in this R&B kick, this R&B mood recently, and with the Drake album dropping this weekend, I was like, F it, I want some more R&B. I went to this project right
hmm.
here. Great. Fantastic. It's not too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome right here. This album is 10 tracks long. I believe like 40 minutes in total, barely 40 minutes at that. Trust me, this is definitely worth a listen. I highly advise it. It's a R&B duo. One guy's a producer, one guy's a singer, and god dang, you could tell that they have an appreciation for R&B, especially like
Hmm.
the more older traditional side of R&B. They're not like part of that weird alternative side of R&B. This is more like the traditional stuff that you'll be able to put someone older on and they'll find some appreciation and enjoyment for this right here.
They
But yeah, Love.Jones, very dope project right here. My favorite songs, my standouts, is between like Diamonds and Pearls, that run, all the way up to like Never Change. Well, really, I mean the whole album they was on a run. So I didn't dislike anything about the album, to be real with you.
this your first full project from Day?
This is my first full project. I've heard other
Hmm.
songs. I was like, all right, these are cool. These are cool. But I don't know why I just didn't want to listen to a project by them because I just didn't know enough about them.
Nah, they
Well, I
dope.
was like, all right. So I was like I don't know
They
what to listen to by them.
It's like them and Division are like the two I used to be bouncing towards. I'll be listening to
Oh
Day
yeah,
and
I like
Division.
Division too. I
And they
love
got the
Division.
same type of, Division producer, singer, Day producer, singer type thing.
Mhm.
So now I gotta listen to that. I saw that because it has the cover with both. It has like two paintings, like two
Yeah,
faces. I
and
mean,
it looks
it's like
smeared
they
like on
smeared.
their
Yeah,
face.
I was like, ooh, I gotta listen to that. I gotta listen to that. 'Cause I think
And
Joe
the
Budden
vinyl
posted
is
it
out on pre-order too.
on the vinyl. I had to wait till that hit the stores, man.
I don't think it will. I think it's like a limited thing.
I might buy it. I don't
It's
know.
like a little splatter. It's like $27.
Yeah, I'll listen to the album. Maybe buy it.
Hey, go ahead. It's a good R&B album, B. Check
Oh,
it
I'm gonna listen to
out.
the album, but I'm talking about buying it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get my R&B collection up. That's me.
yeah. I used to,
Yeah.
bro. I sold a lot of R&B. Oh man. Anyways, my next project. I also like I heard one song from this person, and come to find out, Shorty had a little feature on Drake album. We gonna talk about later. But Pim, I listened to Pim, full EP because I'm like I heard one of her songs popped up on my like Apple thing one time after I started listening to like I think I listened to like SZA or somebody. But her song called Over Freestyle, the intro, I was like, all right, that's all right. So I listened to her EP, a little R&B soul, little Asian chick. It was okay. It kind of gives you the same vibe as she gave on the Drake album, kind of SZA-esque. Not the singing vocally is not too. It ain't really nothing. It's more of a vibe. You know how they do is try to kind of catch a melody, make you kind of. You ain't really saying nothing.
Yeah.
You say don't go with your man, you don't go with your guys. They gonna do
Kind
this,
of
they
like
gonna do
more like
that. You
moody
know what I mean? Yeah,
atmospheric. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, it was cool. The EP's called Bittersweet EP. It's 10 minutes, 6 tracks. I
10
understand
minutes
what
and
Drake.
6 tracks.
Yeah, a
Okay.
little EP, bro. Like, bro, the longest song on here is 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Yeah, I just checked it out. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, I heard of Pim because she popped up in my Apple Music thing before, but I heard that one song. I was like, oh, that's cool. It ain't nothing I'm like. And then actually hearing her on the Drake project, I'm like, okay, maybe she got something dope. Let me go check out this EP. Eh, not trying to like say she's like she's bad. I'm pretty sure she can grow and get better, but it wasn't nothing that like kind of stood out. What's so funny, V?
You
It was like, you know what I mean? It was though. It wasn't that like, oh man, this is amazing, but it's cool. I'm pretty sure she can do better. You know what I mean? I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure she can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of listened to her newest single she dropped. That wasn't it. That wasn't a good single. I'm
She tried to
sorry.
pull a Don Toliver beat
No,
when she
no,
got all that clout from the Travis Scott album.
no. She dropped the single, I think, before the album,
Oh, okay,
before
okay.
Drake album came out. Yeah,
My
but
fault.
yeah, but nah. Pim, Bittersweet. If there's some ladies out there, some fellas out there like them some R&B, y'all give it a listen. I'm not, it probably wasn't for me, but it might be for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But Pim's Bittersweet EP, go check it out. It's a quick listen. It's songs out here longer than this EP. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh
yeah.
man. But my next project I have Skaiwater, hashtag MIA. I talked about Skaiwater on the channel before, and this is their newest project. 8 minutes, I believe it's like 27. I mean, 8 tracks, 27 minutes. It's more of that same like bag that they're usually in. I would say that this one is a bit less aggressive, uh, production wise than their last project was. But this one right here, I feel like they honed in on the sound that they really was trying to get in on.
No, it's a
Still
group.
one of those. Yeah, you trying to get me? But Skaiwater is one of these artists that you can tell they wear their influences, heavy Uzi influences. I've heard of Skaiwater from TikTok from their song, and we can talk it out. I love that song. I love the vibe and mood that it sets. More vibe and mood setter songs on here as well, except a lot of these are very aggressive. They also talk about their other personality. Um, I forgot the name of the personality that they call their other personality, but they talk about it in the last track. But these songs are mood setters. I heard it in the headphones the first time, and I was like, I like half of these songs. Half of these songs I don't like. I heard the actual. I heard it again in the actual whip and stuff. And I'm like, all right, this jams, this bangs. I really like songs like "Feral" by the Moon, "Wolf."
Mhm.
Those are some songs I really enjoyed. But overall, I will say that I probably will not go back to this project. But I will say Skaiwater has this thing where at least they're not overstaying their welcome when they do make these projects. So I can't be mad at it. Just a kid, they're still growing, still trying to find their way, still in that rage sound, but not as loud and as booming as other rage tracks I've heard within the actual subgenre itself. But yeah, Skaiwater, MIA, not a bad project, but I do want them to kind of like hone in more on the sound, kind of make the sound a bit more dynamic and make it more of theirs. But so far, I thought this project was cool. It was alright, but I don't see myself returning back to this. So yeah, what's your
Mhm.
next project or single B?
This is my last project that I'm gonna talk about. Excuse me, my bad. I should have muted myself. I don't want to put that all in y'all. You know what I'm saying? Coughing and stuff. Anyways, but my next project is a group effort on this one. You got a multitude, I guess you could say, the voices of artists right here. This is a project goes by Airbnb, and the group is the Pentagon, the Pentagon, the Pentagon. Capital PEN, lowercase TAGON. So
What genre is
only
this?
know it's rap. It's rap.
Oh,
I
okay.
only know one artist from here, and that's Patty Huncho, because he pops up on my Twitter all the time, and I was like, "Who is this guy?"
Is that the dude with
So
the afro?
yes, he has an afro, but he braided
Okay.
sometimes too. He braid
Well,
his hair, but he
I'm
has
talking
an
about the
afro.
Twitter thing. That's
Yeah,
where I
but
knew
he
the
has an
name from. I was
afro.
like, the name sounds familiar, but I know I never heard
He
that
pops
music.
up on my Twitter all the time, and I'm like, I know he rap and whatever.
Same.
So
I had a
I end
back
up.
and forth with him before. That's how I know.
Oh, you have V?
A little bit. Hey, B, when they wild on the TL, I gotta say something.
Was it like you remember the interaction?
No, I don't remember. I can search
You
it
don't
up
remember?
though.
Yeah, but this right here, man, I enjoyed this right here. I had some fun with this. The production, it falls into that underground, maybe like adjacent with like Uncle John. You can see him on something like that. You could hear probably like some good Zelda members on some of this production, some Bodie James, some Wrong Streets around here. But to me, I liked it because it was fresh new voices to me. It was something I haven't heard, and they brought their own different perspectives on this stuff and had their own little, analogies with some of their bars and things like that you haven't heard. It just felt fresh, and I actually really enjoyed it. Patty Huncho was dope on here. It was another artist, Zilla 900. Man, that dude right there, we spitting. He kind of remind you of Verone Streets with like, it felt like it's like the stream of consciousness flow. Sometimes it's like they just going, but it's flowing really well. Like I was like, man, that's dope. Um, uh, I know it all. I think he raps too. I don't know if he was a producer or whatever. Or is it Happy Art? One of them are producers, I think. I could be wrong. But overall, man, this was dope. I listened to it like one and a half times. I got a full through, and then today I tried to finish it out, but I didn't get to finish it. But this is just my little, my little one and a half listens how I felt about it. It was dope, man. You just know that some guys just got together as homies and they just rapping. And I think someone from Jersey and some from New York, and they probably just, just rap together. They all in that area up there. And man, this was dope. Like I love the Women Post Fade. I like that track as well. I love the production on that. And there's some beats on here. I'm like, man, yeah, this dope. This is all I can say. I liked it. I like when sometimes, bro, I just like to just hear some people rap and just talk ish. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what they was doing on here. It wasn't no concept or nothing like that, bro. They just got some. They just got a. The cover art is so dope to me, bro. You got like a dude like B&E like breaking an entry, right? And that's what B&E. And they got a guy like Airbnb got to do like the Michael Jordan jump man with a ski mask on, breaking into somebody's crib. Like, hold on, I gotta show you all this cover just real quick. You gotta see the vision, B. You gotta see the vision. So I was like, yo, this
I
cover,
also
like B
found
seeing the cover.
I found what me and him had a little back and forth on. That's what
Hold
it
on,
is.
hold on, hold on. You found it?
Yeah, I
Could you
found
see
it.
it? What I have
No,
to do to make this?
you'd have
'Cause
to
I
do
gotta.
so many other settings because you'd have to lower the brightness and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, but anyways, you can see a little bit of that, right?
Yeah, I can see a little bit of it. This is the type of music he listens to, guys. Raccoon music. You see that cover?
No,
Raccoon.
don't do me like that, B. Don't do me like that. But oh, you want to
Yeah,
talk about
fair.
our interaction?
No. I was making sure that you
Oh
was
yeah,
all
yeah.
good with the song. I didn't know if you was.
I'm
I mean,
good.
not the song, the project. But yeah,
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
yeah. But my last project, well, song I have to talk about, and I'm not really gonna take long with this. Dave Blunt's new song, "Thinking of You." I just saw it pop up. I'm like, Dave. I'm like, okay, it's Dave Blunt's. It's like it's the type of like moody like music that he usually does. Well, not moody, more emotional, I guess.
Hmm.
You could tell what he's talking about when he's making this type of track with this type of name to it. But yeah, nothing standoutish, nothing different. Dave Blunt's is Dave Blunt's, which is it's all right, it's fine. It's just like I said, I've listened to all his projects. I already did a video talking about that. Yeah, it's just kind of fatigued on it. That's all I gotta say about that Dave Blunt's song right there. Thinking of you, not a bad song. If you're a Dave Blunt fan, you'll like it. But me, wasn't my cup of tea. But yeah, that's about it for what we've been jamming. Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comments section down below. But now it's time to get on to the news section of the show where we talk about some of the music releases and announcements in hip hop news and current events. But let's go ahead and start off with the music releases and announcements. Wiz Khalifa, Cushion OJ, the sequel, well, Cushion OJ 2, the sequel to one of his breakout mixtapes, Cushion OJ, coming out April 18th. B, you excited? You hyped? I thought we was gonna get this last year, but so much stuff happened last year. That boy had to push it back.
Yeah, he know
So,
he's gonna get he's gonna get buried
stomped.
in that Drake
Stomped.
beef, that Drake and
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick beef. But am I excited? No.
Same.
But I am interested because
Same.
I did enjoy his freestyle he put out to Squabbled Up. Was it Squabbled Up?
Yeah, squabble up. He did another
Yeah.
one too. I forgot. I
Yeah, he
forgot
did
what
another
beat.
with
Yeah.
him and Burner, him and Burner. I forgot what it was
I
on. But
forgot.
yeah, but Burner was on there with him, I believe. There's
Mhm.
some Burner on there. But I didn't listen to that. I didn't. But I listened to the Squabble one. I really enjoyed that. Felt like that old blog era. Wiz, I don't know. He felt comfortable. He felt
In pocket.
inspired. Yeah, and
Mhm.
he was in pocket. Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested, but I'm not excited. So how much we gotta check it out, B.
Yeah, of course. I'm just scared because it's a sequel to Cushion Orange Juice too. You could have named it anything else. He already did a sequel to Rolling Papers.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
glad.
to, B.
I hope he does not do a sequel to Taylor Alderdice. I do not need a sequel to everything that I loved back then.
It's so crazy. It's like when it comes to certain artists, you have that standout like album, and you can kind of, oh, this is the second one, or have like a trilogy, like Lil Wayne Carter's. And I was just thinking, this is just a side conversation. Like Kendrick and Drake, we talk these like the biggest guys we talk about. What album from theirs could have a two? I was thinking like they don't have like no twos. I don't think J.
I
Cole got
think
a
Dang Dang can have it too.
dang two, damn two.
Like I think he could do a two to that
You think that's
because it was
trilogy
so it
worthy?
was No. I thought you just meant
Not
that could
trilogy,
have a
but
sequel in
OJ can have
general.
a sequel. I don't think
Yeah,
any of
yeah.
his albums can.
Some people see To Pimp a Butterfly as a spiritual successor to Good Kid, Mad City. I wouldn't necessarily call it a sequel. Some people do that. I've seen some people
Yeah.
say that online.
Mm-mm.
But yeah,
Mm-mm.
Drake and them, they don't really have that.
Yeah, they don't have it.
J. Cole, yeah, he doesn't have that either. Besides
Hmm.
the warm up and the come up. Besides that,
Yeah, but it's no like, but they have like household name albums and mixtapes that can live on and have hype, like the Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4, like Lil Wayne's buying a what Big Sean has? He has one,
he had
right?
Finally Famous.
He got
Yeah,
Finally Famous is yeah. Hmm.
which I mean,
Yeah.
I think he kind of like cut that off by making Finally Famous the album.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's
While
one of the things where he was leading
Wale
up to that with the mixtapes.
Wale have his More About Nothings and all that type of
The
stuff. He
mixtape
has
about
his
nothing.
Nothing, yeah. He has the album about nothing, yeah.
Basically the Seinfeld
Yeah,
series.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just dope that you have some artists that have that and thinking about it.
Mhm.
Those two artists I didn't think I'm like, dang, they don't have that. I don't know.
Yeah, J. Cole doesn't, but if we
Mm-mm.
look down the tree of people who do have that, Chance doesn't have one either.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I think a good amount of the blog era artists.
I think J. Cole is the closest to having one when you thinking of like to come up the warm up Friday Night Lights. Like it still
Mhm.
stays on this like sports type of thing he's doing,
Mhm.
like this theme. Yeah.
I agree.
But yeah.
I agree. I think
Mhm.
those are the
Even
only
like
ones that
even
we.
even like the sideline story. You know what I mean? Him still
Mhm.
having his reference. So J. Cole kind of have one too, kind of.
So
But
would
I
you
was
kind of
like
consider that kind of like how Kanye does late
the
registration, summer
registrations.
dropout, then
Yeah, yeah,
graduation?
yeah.
Would you kind of consider it in that type of theme?
Yeah, like
Okay.
in that type of vein. I was thinking like Kendrick and Drake don't have that. They don't have that household. They have those names, but they don't have like a series of
Mhm.
albums. Like Nas have what Nas did? He
He
did the Hit Boy
has.
series, yeah.
He did
And the
Illmatic,
Magic,
Stillmatic.
yeah, the Magic, yep.
And then the
Hmm.
game, he did doc. I know
Oh,
he's
the
not from the
game.
blog era, but he has the
But
documentary too.
oh yeah, it has nothing to do with the blog area. It's just how certain artists do it. Like how
Oh,
rappers have that. And I'm just
uh,
saying some rappers don't have that. You know what I mean? Some do. And I
yeah.
think Wiz have that with Cushion Orange Juice. Got to build the hype for the album. So we got Cushion Orange Juice 1, which was the classic mixtape, the first one, which I think should just be a standalone. You know what I
Why do you think
mean?
he's doing it too?
I think it's to build up it has that name what's it called it the we can say clout. It has that
Yeah.
household name. So you
Hmm.
put that two on it. It's just like with a sequel, it adds more hype to it, adds more people going in to listen. Okay, maybe we'll get a similar sound. Because like with Wiz, I don't think Wiz got his fatigue. He's still a highly streamed artist, really big fan base. His day to day still go up on YouTube. Like he still get million plus a high like numbers. People still tuning in to Wiz. But I feel like you add that Cushion Orange Juice 2 element, you probably can bring in some people that probably wasn't listening to Wiz as much anymore, so they can kind of
Hmm.
come back and check it out. Cause look at us. Even though I know we doing the show now, centered around music. Of course, we're gonna listen, but it gets you more interested. Like
Yeah.
Terminator 1, Terminator 2, you know what I'm saying? Judgment Day. Like
Hmm.
it's a franchise. So
Yeah.
franchise, you know what I mean?
I agree. I guess that was for
Yeah.
me. That's like a DS, like a Dirty Sprite. Like when
Yeah.
Future had Dirty Sprite 1, and then
Hmm.
when after all that mixtape run, he's like, "Yo, Dirty Sprite 2." And I'm like,
Too. And
I'm
Dirty
like,
Sprite, Dirty
okay.
Sprite 2 over like kill Dirty Sprite 1. Like
Oh yeah,
Dirty
easily.
Sprite. I
Easily.
never liked Dirty
Like if
Sprite
it like
1,
it's a
so
trap.
like
No, I do. I love it.
I don't know.
But Dirty Sprite 2 is a trap classic. So it's like it's crazy that that's your sequel. It's like having a straight to home DVD or VHS
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
and the sequel going to
So it's
theaters.
like Lion King 2. Which one you like? Lion King 1.5. Which one you like?
Yeah, I
You
like
like
Lion
better
King
than
one
Lion
and a
King?
half.
Yeah. That's like that. Straight to DVD.
Yeah, but it's like flipped though. That's like if Lion King one, went straight to DVD, and then Lion King one and a half, the better movie, actually went straight to the
Why do
theaters and
you think
became a
that's a
cult
better
classic.
movie?
Oh, because I like it more. I have nostalgic ties to it. Like I don't think it's like literally better in terms of like story wise,
Hmm.
because obviously the story beat wise, what Lion King takes a lot from Hamlet, correct?
Hmm.
Like, yeah, come on, dog. Give me the original story. Give me my boys Timon
My
and Pumbaa.
my
Give me my
son,
boys.
my son on Lion King now. He on this Lion King phase. But he don't want to watch the cartoon. He watched the live action version. Like I tried to let him watch the cartoon. He like, no, I want to watch that.
You have
He
failed
like,
as a father.
bro.
You
I
need to
didn't even
put
know he
him
was
on that cartoon right now.
Sometimes I let him like have Disney, let him be on his
Plus,
Disney Plus and let him do his thing and find something that look interesting to him because he watches like Star Wars and stuff. So one day he come in there and he was like, I want to watch the lion. He was just starting naming all these animals, and then we was like, what? And then we went to his account and was like, oh, he been watching Lion King, the live action
mhm.
version. So he's like, yeah, I want to watch that. And I was like,
Yeah, you need to reset him and put him on that
I was like,
Madagascar. You need to give him that
oh,
palate cleanser.
he liked Madagascar.
Mm.
Yeah. I want him to watch the animated version of Lion King. I don't know. Seeing some of the live, I know this is a tangent, but seeing the live stream like stuff, I mean the live action version, it don't have that heart, V. I was
Of
like,
course not.
it
It's a
feel
cash grab.
heartless. It
It's a
feel
cash grab
heartless.
because you can't animate those animals in real life to make faces like you can in animation.
Hmm.
There's so much you can do with animation that you just can't do with CGI.
Right.
That
So it was
to
just
make it seamlessly feel natural. So
yeah,
yeah,
it just wasn't going right. Just wasn't going right, B.
yeah. To
Freaking
go back to Cushion OJ too, I'm not excited for it, but I'm ready to see what's gonna happen with it.
hmm.
I know that's gonna be your album of the year. So yeah. Uh,
Hater?
next piece of music releases that we have: Boldy James and Chuck Strangers, be your favorite producer. Token of Appreciation, February 27th. You feeling hyped for this? Be another Boldy James project?
I'm not, bro. Bodie got so much. He
Nah,
dropped the
nah,
other
nah,
joint
nah,
yet?
nah, 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 no, no, no,
What?
no. He
No, no,
didn't.
no,
I'm
no,
answering
no,
you. I'm
no,
answering you. But no, 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 no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no. I'm not finna look. Before I start, he got so
Uh-huh.
much. I'm saying, did he drop the other joint?
Mm-mm.
B, what you're talking about? We had this discussion. I'm not disagreeing with how you feel. I'm just saying you're not eating the food. I'm just discussing.
He just putting out slop at this
He
point,
has
B.
so much stuff. I know facts. He has so much stuff. It's like overshadowing the other.
The next release.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like that's a problem. I feel like that's a problem. Last year, yes, he put out what, three projects?
maybe more.
I want to say three. First
Mm-hmm.
half, second, maybe four. First half, second half, and like third and fourth quarter, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. This time, B, we're in February. Now, how many album like
Like
releases
two or
we
three.
got?
I
Like
know we
that's
got the
insane.
permanent ink one.
That's
I
insane.
forgot the other one.
The one with this
The one with the
other
white and red cover that we don't know the
yeah.
producer name of.
And then
Yeah,
you got this one with Chuck. Out of all these projects, I'm gonna listen to the one with Chuck because I like him more as a
I,
producer.
I think I wanna. I think I'm interested in that
Yeah.
one as well.
I'm listening to this one because I like Chuck Strangers as a producer.
Hmm. Yeah, but I
So
feel like no lie, I'm kind of worried for Boldy because I'm looking and I'm just like, I
he's
don't want to
stepping on
say
his
like
own
this. And I'm
dope.
not trying to. Yes, but I'm not trying to say like this. Like, why are you putting so much music out so soon? Like, I don't have
Hmm.
a problem because Currency does the same thing, right? But Currency doesn't
Hmm.
do it as soon as Bodie James is doing it. So that's what's worrying me. And I don't want to say like this. I don't want to be making fun of Bodie James and be like, oh, he's putting out all this crap or whatever, and something's happening to him like health wise, to where he's
And
like,
he
yo, I
want
got
to
to
put
put this
out.
out before I can't use my voice anymore or something like that.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I don't want to make fun of it. I'm getting genuinely concerned now though. Like, why are you
Hmm.
putting out this much music so fast?
Hmm.
3 or 4 projects, feed your fan base throughout the whole year. Cool. You're putting
Hmm.
out a lot of music. Like you're not even like changing as an artist to where it's like you're gonna be one of those artists that just has one of the worst discographies because the discography is just gonna be all mid. But I'm just trying to see like why. Like, do you not foresee yourself making music? Do you plan on retiring soon? Like, what is happening with Bodie James where he's releasing all this stuff so soon? I'm just really
Right.
concerned. And
I
Bodie, I
am
think,
too,
is a
bro.
really good rapper, but it's like you stepping on your own releases at this point. Why? I just need to
Step.
know why.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking that too. Like, man, hopefully ain't nothing like serious that's going on that he want to put out. But I can really just go back to how I saw last time we had this conversation. Like, maybe he's treating like content. Maybe
But
he's just that's how I seem like music is these days.
I agree with you. But I guess my thing is like, I know you talking about put out more content so you could put more things out to sell, right? This reminds
Hmm.
me of like, when it comes to manga, right? The stuff that's behind me for people that don't know.
That's
Generally, there's a
anime, B.
release
That's
schedule.
anime.
No, no, oh yeah, I forgot. My bad. But generally speaking, when it comes to like volumes like this, they don't all come out at once. You got to buy them as they come out. Usually, they have like a 2 to 3 month buffer for a volume. I'm just wondering, like, you're stepping on this. And this thing right here, it's like because there's a 2 to 3 month volume, it gives the consumer enough time to actually save up money to buy the next volume. Because
Right.
most likely, if you're buying this volume, you're gonna buy the next volume, the next volume. I know you said that this is the way that they eat sometimes, and I know that we're in the
Mhm.
streaming era, but in terms of like him making merch and stuff like this, how are you giving your fans enough time to actually buy the next thing?
Bro, they don't care. You gotta understand.
Are
It's
you even
like the
is he even
West.
putting out merch for this
Look,
stuff? Because I never see this stuff
they
hit
put
Twitter.
out
If
they
he
put out like
is,
vinyl. They do like pre-order vinyl and stuff like that. But look, let me give you the game.
go ahead, give me the game, B.
I'm gonna just give you one example. Like so, West Side Gun, right? I discuss how when West Side Gun put out something, it's like you heard it before, and it's the same thing with like Bodie and them now. They have a fan base that's gonna buy whatever they put out. B. You're gonna have a select few of people like me that's gonna be like, all right, I'm not buying into it no more. But they have so much of a fan base like that wanna be quote unquote down with the grimy, the rap, the hardcore hip hop stuff that they can feed them for days and they're gonna continue to eat because they also want to collect all the vinyl. They want to be in tune to the underground hip hop stuff. Like, bro, they have that audience. I understand exactly what you're saying. It makes sense. Like, okay, you feed them all this, bro. It's gonna be a point where they're gonna either throw up or they don't gonna want it no more. You know what I'm saying? But when you have that fan base, bro, they just want to eat, b,
Y'all
and they
just
gonna
eating
buy
pop
them.
at this point. This is McDonald's Griselda right here. This is the
Yeah, it's
McDonald's version of Griselda.
yeah, and then they just putting out music.
Yeah, but getting off the Bodie James topic, last release that we had that was announced, Bryson Tiller, Solace, coming soon. No release date, just announced that he was dropping an album, even though he said that he was supposed to be taking a hiatus after his last project, his self-titled album. But I guess he's coming
Last
back
week,
soon.
last year, right? He dropped last
Yeah,
year, right?
yeah, he dropped last year. We reviewed it on the channel.
Hmm.
So him dropping another project so soon, even though he said he wanted to take a bigger break from music, it's just crazy because I've seen you take bigger breaks.
Yeah, facts.
And I think he was supposed to be developing a video game or something like that because video gaming is really his passion. He said that money was kind of helping funnel like that passion that he had. But I guess him coming back for an album, I guess he's like, yo, I need some
What
more money for that
what
video
kind of
game.
game?
'Cause
What kind of game he developed?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie though, Bryson Tiller has had one of those careers that I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this. I never thought he would have had this. Coming from Vine, him having a hot Vine song to it actually becoming a hot song outside of Vine, and him actually selling well on his debut and becoming a household name R&B wise in this era. His career has surprised me because I never thought that he would make it this far. I'm glad he did because I'm a fan of Bryson Tiller's music. I just never thought that he would make it this far to where he's like a like when you go on Spotify, he has that number by his name. Even before his album last year, he had a number by his name.
Hmm.
So I do want to congratulate him because I know I crap on a lot of people, but he's also had like one of them careers that I just never expected from an artist. Kind of reminds me
Hmm.
of Future. I never expected Future to have this type of career, but Bryson Tiller is. So I don't know. It just trips me out looking at this. But B, go ahead and tell us some of the albums that are dropping this week.
Oh, we got one album that's for sure and it's official, and we got two maybes. B. We got two maybes. So the first album we got that we know is coming out, we got Eam Triplin, Melody of a Memory.
I think
This
it's out
out
now.
now?
Yeah, it was supposed to be
I might
releasing
have to,
today because I put it
I might have to listen.
on the Twitter link and he said yeah tomorrow. He said that yesterday.
Okay, bet I'm gonna have to check this out. I like him. I like him like
I thought we was
single
gonna
wise.
review it.
Oh, we are? Okay, bet. I didn't know. I forgot. Hey, B, it's so much stuff, bro. I be forgetting. So yeah,
That's why I
we
put
can
it in the
review it.
notes.
All right, bet. So we're gonna talk about that. Next project. This been delayed. You know, him going through what he's going through now. He's incarcerated. But Lil Durk, Deep Thoughts, a maybe. You know, they've been teasing this. I don't know when it's gonna drop officially. Hopefully it drops today. We're gonna be putting this week, this Friday, we're gonna be putting this. Oh man, maybe it might come this week. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
All
But
right.
yeah,
So the next,
the Eam Triplin is out. It's 13 songs in 35 minutes.
I bet I'm a peep tonight. So
Mhm.
my next maybe is Roddy Rich, the Navy album. This had the date of February 21st, right?
No, I remember. Yeah,
Now,
I remember.
but now it's not. It's like, cause look,
It's up in the air.
Roddy, look, Roddy, you on the clock, my boy. Cause look, you had the whole thing when the guy found your little stuff off in the storage locker or whatever.
Your
That's
Grammy, I
all.
believe.
That's yeah, the Grammy. That's all we heard. Have he dropped another single? He had Remorse or something like that, right? That came
No,
out
he
like
he had a single, but this was after the pop out. So remember, he was
I'm
at the
saying
pop out.
that's the Remorse one, right?
Okay, I think so. Maybe.
I'm talking about what he dropped a single in 2025. That's what I'm
Oh,
trying to see.
I want. I'm not sure.
You
If
can't be
so, we didn't
dropping
talk
a
about it.
he can't be dropping an album
Well, B, he thinks that his
this
name holds
this
enough clout because he was on GNX. We got to remember he was on GNX too.
bro. It says
So,
it's coming. It says coming out on the 21st. Upcoming album. February 21st, the Navy album. He haven't dropped nothing, B. Like,
you want to review it for
as
the
a
channel, B?
recent. You say what? You
You want
want
to
you
review
want
it?
to talk about it? We can review it, B.
I can always do it for what we were jamming instead, if anything.
Okay, he has Survivor's Remorse and he has Lonely Road with Terrence Martin. And I think these both
That's
came
problem,
out.
right? Terrence Martin's problem, right?
Terrence Morton. No, no, no. That's I think they brothers, but Terrence Morton is he's the producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Survivor Remorse came out. I guess
hmm
Lonely Road with Terrence Morton came out this year. Let
But
me
no one
look.
was talking about it.
I think it was a music video. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
see it.
worried. I'm worried about Roddy because everybody's saying that this is his make or break album, especially with some of the projects that he's been putting out post. Please excuse my antisocial behavior. Ever since that, he's kind of been on the clock. This album is definitely a breaking point. He was at the pop out. He's been showing love to Kendrick, Mustard, and all of them. Roddy, what are you going to do? Are you going to win people back with this album? Everybody's like, yo, Roddy Rich this is going to be the one for Roddy this time. A lot of people saying that. I'm just
Hmm.
like, I just think Roddy, he caught lightning in a bottle that one time with that album. Not saying that he's a bad artist or anything. I'm pretty sure the people that loved his music before then are probably still enjoying his music now. But a lot of people that got onto Roddy like me, I don't know. To me, I
Cause
just think
I, cause
he caught lightning in a bottle. He has some
cause I know
songs that are
people.
cool.
'Cause I know people like that mixtape. Wasn't that a mixtape? Feed the Streets too, or something like that.
Yeah, the one right before the one song like
Hmm.
down below. Oh,
I,
oh.
I, I guess I never heard it. Only thing I ever heard from him in full was like you said, please excuse me, I'm on South
Yeah.
Social, whatever like that.
So yeah,
Other than that,
Roddy Rich, I'm really worried about this one in terms of like promotion. You're not doing enough promoting. You're not in our face enough. I don't know what this album's gonna do.
yeah. I
But
was
yeah,
thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, hold up, bro. Where you at? Like we understand Lil
quiet.
Durk,
Yeah,
but you dropping you not like a top artist, like, but you have a name. Like you're Rowdy Rich.
you
Like
had a hit.
you know what I'm saying? You had a hit album, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on. So
Uh, but yeah, that's about it for music releases and announcements. Let us know what you're hyped for in the comment section down below, or let us know if you've been listening to the Eating Triplin by the time this actually comes out right here.
right.
But let's go ahead and talk about some of the hip hop news and current events. Not much has come out because I guess everybody knew that Drake and Party was coming out with an album this week. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the hip hop news and current events. OutKast are among the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. B, I know I'm not much of a political man, but I made sure I put my vote in for this one.
And man, vote or die.
What? I used my constitutional right to go vote for OutKast to become
My ancestors fought for
Roll
this,
Hall of
B.
Fame.
The
Hey,
right
they
to vote for
did.
Outkast to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They did, and I voted. I
I,
exercised my right, B.
I exercised mine too, B. I voted as well.
What? You
Yeah,
voted?
man. I
What?
voted, bro.
Hey, I need to see those two goats, especially from the South, getting in that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I wish we had a hip hop Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure we do somewhere, but I'm saying I want
Mm.
it to be like its own thing that hip hop actually acknowledges.
I think this is the second thing I ever voted for when it comes to music. Because I remember the first thing I ever voted for was MTV Music Awards for Tyler the Creator to win Best New Artist, and he won. And I was
Exactly.
like, oh, and I was like, oh, my voting count. All right, right. I was hyped, bro. I'll never forget that day, bro. I was in my room like, "Hey, yeah, I voted.
My vote is the one that broke him.
My
Yes.
vote, my vote got him there. Yeah, that's how I felt, B. That was the only vote that mattered.
uh, but next piece of news we got Reasonable Doubt will be inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. I didn't know that Reasonable Doubt. I don't know if it has a Grammy or not, but I didn't know it had a Grammy. But it being,
Well,
I didn't know a
I don't think
Grammy
it
had
got
a
a
Hall of
Grammy.
Fame.
I don't think it got a Grammy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah, it says it's supposed to be inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, which I didn't know Grammys had that.
Hmm.
I wonder if you had to submit it That's my thing. I'm just so curious as to what that pertains to. But I mean, it's super
Yeah,
dope, and I wanted to put it on the docket because it's something dope that not many people are actually talking about.
one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. You don't think so?
I do think so.
I'm not saying it's like top 10, B.
I know, but
It
you
is
know,
one of the greatest.
without this album, we wouldn't have the actual greatest hip hop album of all time, American Gangster. Moving on,
I
Jay-Z, and this is the last piece of news we have. Like I said, it's been a very light news week. Literally, right when we end this recording, a whole bunch of news is probably about to pop up on the TL.
mm,
But Jay-Z civil suit for the whole 13-year-old weird allegation that has been dropped. A lot of people are celebrating it on the TL. A lot of people saying just because it's been dropped doesn't mean that he didn't do it. I'm just like, oh my god, you
they
just can't.
be people you can't never win, bro. It's always gonna be split. Nobody can please everybody, and you gotta understand. Some people want it to be victims. Just think about that. Some people want people to be victims, bro.
It's just a be. This is a nasty game. This is the nasty times that we live in, where it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, someone could have been really hurt and scarred from that, but because I don't like this person, I hope that that happened to you.
Yeah,
What?
that's crazy.
What
Like
type of
you want people to experience stuff like that. That's so
just so
insane.
you could be like, ha, I told you guys about that person. That is a crazy like reality that we live in, B. No one cares
They
about
don't care.
victims.
Nobody care about victims, bro. They want people to be victims, bro. Just to, oh look,
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't want to bring up the other person because he has nothing to do with this, but yeah, it's just like I hope that person did that so he could go to jail. What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, a lot of people wasn't really reporting or talking about this because this does not fit their narrative of Jay-Z's gonna go down. Yeah,
Hmm.
well, he's not today. But yeah. So yeah, two pieces of Jay-Z news and OutKast. We just only got some OG like news this week. Nothing new.
Hmm.
Nobody's been doing no effery in the social media streets recently. Just a whole bunch of, hating on the TL because of the album that we're going to be talking about later today. Yeah, let us know what you think about that hip hop news and current events. Very light week because everybody's moving out the way for Drake coming out. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about music, B, because we actually talk about music on this show right here.
You know we
What
do, B.
talk about first, B?
You can get that. We can get that Fat Ray out the way, man. Come on, bro.
Let's go
Talk.
ahead and talk about Black Milk and Fat Ray, Food from the Gods. Now, B, please intro
Hmm.
this one because I know nothing about this at all.
All
Go ahead.
right, so Fat Ray, Black Milk. He raps a little bit, but he's mainly a producer. He's also hails from Detroit, as well as Fat Ray. He's from Detroit as well. He also a part of Bruiser Brigade with Danny Brown. He's a part of his label, and he's been rapping for a while. I got
That's
hipped on to him.
Bruiser Wolf, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Bruiser Wolf. Yeah, he's a part of Bruiser Brigade too. That's the OG. That's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? Bruiser Wolf. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but he also I actually heard of Fat Ray in like 2021 as also who I found out who Bruiser Wolf was. Well, off the Bruiser Brigade like album they put out, Danny Brown's like collective. But yes, man, going into this, we haven't had no Fat Ray since 2021. Like he had a little project, little album. I think it was called dang, what's the name of it? Let me Santa Barbara, I believe, which was dope as well. Love that. So me seeing that him and Black Milk had some stuff coming on, I'm like, all right, hey, sign me up. Because Black
So
Milk with the
Fat Ray is the one that's rapping on here, right?
yeah, Fat Ray's
I'm about to
rapping.
say because you sent me this album B, and I knew nothing about either of these two.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know who Black Milk is?
No.
Yeah, he's a producer, bro. He's super dope. He's super dope, super dope.
What
But
would he have
yeah,
produced that I like outside of this? That
I
I'm not
can't. I
like,
probably.
but would have.
I'm trying to think of any. Have he worked with Freddie before? Because him and Freddie
I'll say
did
because that's
stuff
the
together.
closest
Like
thing I think he could work. That's the closest person I think he could
I
work
want to
with
say him
that
and
I listen
Freddie.
to.
He done some stuff with Freddie, but I just can't think of what. I know he worked with Freddie.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But
Okay.
yeah, but I want to hear your thoughts on this. You know how I feel about it. I already know you know that. That's why I recommend you to listen to it. You know, we
Yeah.
gonna talk about this. I just
Okay.
want to know what you think about
Uh, so going into this project, I didn't know nothing about this. You just said, B, let me put you in a different world. And at first, I'm thinking it's about to be on some super lyrical, spiritual miracle. Something's gonna go over my head. I'm gonna need a thesaurus to listen to this music.
Nah,
That's what I
nah.
thought. You say you gonna put me in a different world, B. I don't know what you're gonna put me in. Pause. But yeah, I looked. This project is 11 songs, really 10 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think 9 because I think the 2 outro
Two
tracks,
product, yeah.
yeah, one and track 1 and the last track are both just production only. I didn't know who was rapping. I didn't know who was who on here. So I was like, all right, Black Milk and Fat Ray. I thought it was a duo of them rapping. So then I heard the first song, Elderberry. I'm like, okay, cool. Whoever this is rapping. And this is when I figured out it's only one guy rapping. Because I saw like, the track had 2 artists on there, but it was only one
I,
person rapping.
I
Okay, so
think Black Milk rapped on Stash a little bit in the
no, I think
beginning.
yeah, he was was he singing? Was he the one that was being melodic on
Yeah,
it?
I think he was the more melodic on Stash. I could be wrong.
And so going into this project, like I said, I knew nothing about it. But I was like, okay, the first track kind of got me because the production. I'm like, all right, this kind of gives me
Yeah.
some Mad Lib vibes a bit. So then I go to the second track. I believe they do shout out Jay Dilla a good amount, which is letting
Oh
me know
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, these guys got to be from Detroit because
Detroit.
y'all keep shouting out Jay Dilla, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. They just let me know
Mm-hmm.
that y'all are from Detroit because y'all said certain things like, oh yeah, I'm from the D or something like that. I'm like, okay, Detroit, Jay Dilla
Mm-hmm.
from the D makes sense. Heard of Elderberry, he said something. I got this verbal combat, something. I come with the smoke like Ed Boon. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I was like, okay. I like your pop culture references, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, you got me right there because if y'all don't know,
Mm-hmm.
Ed Boon, backwards, Tobias and Ed Boon, Noob Saibot. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying? Smoke? Come on, come on. Okay, I'm gonna keep going though. But going through, I'm like, all right. Fat Ray is the one that's rapping, right? He
Mm-hmm.
he was killing it. I'm like, all right, I like the
Yeah.
pockets and the flows that he's getting into. Then we get to Talcum. I'm like, all right, this
Talcum.
aggressive, gritty like flow that he's going on
Mm-hmm.
top of this production. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling this too. Then we get to Kane, and I've only heard Guilty Simpson like 2 times. The first time was on
Yeah.
dang, I forgot Super Galloway's project that we heard last year.
Yeah.
But I heard him on here. I'm like, oh, I'm like, all right. I like how y'all both like on this track right here because to me y'all both
Mm-hmm.
giving me the same energy that I need. Then we go to track 5. I'm like, okay, we got Danny Brown on here. I'm like, what are we gonna get from
Mm-hmm.
that boy Danny? He was the intro to the
Yeah.
track. He had the first
Yeah.
verse, but I had to do multiple listens because I'm like, okay, where's Danny Brown at? Because I'm expecting
Mm-hmm.
ecstatic Daddy Brown, off the wall Danny Brown, like
He ain't been
crazy
doing
Danny
that
Brown.
lately.
See, I haven't been keeping up with him lately. And so,
Mm-hmm.
I heard it and I'm like, where's Danny Brown at? I have to do multiple listens to realize, oh, he's the first person rapping on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm cool with that though. And I know Danny Brown doesn't always do that crazy ecstatic
Mm-hmm.
flow, but it just threw me off because when I see the name Danny Brown, that's why I associate him with. So then we get to the song Double It. I'm like, all right, cool. You're giving me
Yeah.
more of what I like right here. And then we
Mm-hmm.
get to Frankie Lemon. This is what I'm like,
Frankie
ugh.
Lyman. Frankie Lyman.
Frankie Lyman. And I'm just like, ugh.
I love
The
this track.
problem to me is I know you would. I knew you would because I know that this Bruiser Wolf guy is your guy.
Mm-hmm.
He threw the whole song off of me. Yeah, get to the pod. Get to with the
Hey,
hammer. I'm just like, mm-mm. That might sound cool to some, not to me. You threw the whole game off with this one right here. So then we get to El Hongo, the Rushroom. I'm like, all right, cool. My boy came back
mm-hmm.
to rapping. And then we got to this more melodic phase of the actual album with Stash and Gotta
Mm-hmm.
Know, which I'm just like, you're actually giving me some jammy jams right now. I'm like, you're not just
Mm-hmm.
giving me the raps, you're giving me some jammy jams as well. He makes references to Ice Spice,
Mm-hmm.
he
That
think
you
you the
ain't need
fart or
this shit
whatever.
for it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yes.
makes some references to that. I'm like, hold up. Oh, like I like you got a little bit of a sense of humor now too. Okay. But yeah, the way that I was presented this album in terms of like what I thought I was gonna get, I did not expect
Mm-hmm.
it. But overall, for a project that's less than 40 minutes, 11 tracks, these are some of my favorite type of projects to listen to because I'm in and I'm
Mm-hmm.
out. I don't have to have too much investment into who these people are. This is a great way to welcome me to people like
Mm-hmm.
this. I like the production. It definitely gave me vibes of like Madlib production mixed
Mm-hmm.
with a little J Dilla as well. I
Mm-hmm.
like the rapping as well. He also gave me some pinata vibes from like Freddie. I'm not saying he
Hey,
raps the same as Freddie, but he
hey,
gives me some
nah.
same. But he gives me some vibes like that
B.
though. B, go ahead,
You
B.
hear some of this. You hear some of this production. It's like, ooh, Freddie will kill this.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for the feature. B. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for the feature. I was waiting for the
Freddie
feature.
on Kane, Freddie on Kane alone will
Hmm.
kill. That's all I thought about when I heard Kane. I was
I
like,
mean, a
Freddie
lot of
with
this
it.
production I would have loved to hear Freddie
Yeah,
on, but this isn't about
Freddie.
Freddie. You know what I'm
I know
saying?
it's not, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
for
I know
me.
that's your guy. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that's
of
your guy.
course.
And then I heard Kane. I'm like, I just thought of Freddie Gibbs. I'm like, I wonder if B thought Freddie Gibbs when he heard that song right there.
A lot of this to me, I don't want to say like this. To me, this is like a Pinata Junior, and I didn't want to say it like that because I like the way the production is. To me,
Mm-hmm.
when I first heard this is what it first reminds me of. It puts me in that mode of Pinata. It puts me in that realm of like Pinata. I'm not saying it's the exact same thing, but if I had to compare this and like give someone a recommendation of like, oh, like what is something I would
Mm,
like if I like this album? Oh, if you like Pinata, you will like this. Like it's one of them
yeah.
type of albums. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like if I'm on my Spotify algorithm recommended, it will play Pinata or something after this. But overall, for me, Fat Ray's rapping performance is really good. I really like
mm,
him lyrically. He was there for me, and I liked his voice too. The
yes,
voice
voice.
definitely fit the production. I
Yeah.
loved the V.
Hmm.
It
Hey,
fit.
no, I said I was gonna put you in a different world, but I knew you was gonna like this. I knew it.
Yo,
I was like, oh yeah, he gonna like this, bro. Cause like it's
yeah.
I know you're not familiar with Black Milk, but you will love his production. He's really dope. He works with Fonte and all them guys. Like he's in that circle with like Madlib and them. He from Detroit. You know, B from Dead and Hip Hop. I always represent Black Milk and everything. He kind of put me on back in the day on Black Milk as well. But
Mhm.
but Black Milk though production. Oh my god,
No, the
the
production was
production though.
fire on
That
him.
elderberry beat. That
It
that
started the
sample.
project off
That
phenomenally.
sample, like, what the hell is that? That just it speaks to
That's
me.
why
That
that's why I was saying like
yeah,
it reminds me of like Pinata, but I mean like Madlib, but also a bit
yeah,
of J Dilla as well. So I'm just like,
right.
all right, I'm really liking this mode and this vibe that it's putting me in right here. But
And then
also when
yeah,
that boy came in though, Fat Ray,
and that's what I said when he come in on that beat, and that it's like that beat give you like this ominous, like darkest like feeling
hmm
to it, and then his voice get on that joint, and it just sounds like butter, bro. Like he sound
hmm
like butter through all this. Like it was a perfect marriage, and I'm like, bro, this right here, I haven't stopped playing this. Like when it dropped, I played it like because it's short. I played like 3 times like before I left work. I'm like,
hmm
I didn't really have to listen to this no more because I just played it so much. And like I was like, man, this is something that I needed. And then like my only problem with this, I want more. Like I was like, I need more of this. I was
and
like, at
that's why
least
I was
give
gonna say for me, this for as of right now is making top 10 in my
appetizer.
list right now.
Yeah.
But I could see this getting bumped up to the higher parts of that top 10 because this isn't long enough for me to feel like this is a full
Mm-hmm.
body of work. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
agree with you. This is appetizer length.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Like, I'm like, all right, I need the full load now. I was like, oh,
Hey.
y'all show me what y'all can give me. Put a little bit more money behind it. Put a little bit more time behind it. Give me some more tracks. And I will say this: give me some more songs too. Give me some
Mm-hmm.
songs like Stash and Gotta Know. I love that,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that you gave me the rappity rap stuff. And then you gave me the more melodic, singy, songy, vibey
That
type stuff. I need this to be more fleshed out
that's
though.
that's why I felt like this was a preview. I think they got more in the tuck, V. They have to.
I need
This
them
felt
to
like
untuck it. I need them to
This
untuck
felt
it.
like a snippet, and I think this
hmm
right here, like I'm trying to think, have did Black Milk do production on Fat Ray's Santa Barbara? I don't think he did. I could be wrong. I know he worked with another producer, but I think they got more in the tuck, bro. They have to. And this right here, the rapping, like I said, Elderberry, like my favorite. I love Stash, Kane, Guilty. That's also Detroit. I think it was all Detroit on here. Danny Brown on there. I love Danny Brown telling the story about the auntie, by auntie and uncle. Uncle like mad at auntie about a rock he already smoked and all this type of stuff. And he talks about how like he in school and just had fallen asleep and all the stuff he dealing with. They gonna take the kids from his auntie and them and all that. I love the storytelling on that. And me with Bruiser Wolf. I love Bruiser Wolf B. Like you just gotta understand. You gotta listen to
I
Bruiser
knew you
Wolf
would like
albums just to
that.
understand. You just
No,
gotta
but see, I don't like
understand. Like,
that
yeah,
flow. No, I understand the
yeah.
flow. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. He gives you
It's
that
like the
pimp slick
player
talk.
pimp. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
that's what
that
I'm saying. That's
player
his
pimp thing,
thing,
like that
bro.
sugar
Like,
free.
but if you listen to like, let's say if you listen to like his first album and stuff, you can understand who he is. When you understand the context of who Bruiser Wolf is, and then you go into it, like you understand the wittiness, like the double entendres, like the wordplay he does, and like he tells it like it's just amazing. It's just so
B.
dope.
It's that
I'm
flow.
telling you, B,
It's
the
that
flow,
flow, B.
you
That flow is
but
what
he
threw me
had,
off.
bro, if you go all right, I ain't trying to sell Bruiser Wolf.
It gotta sound good, B. Like you could be
It
rapping that
does.
rap, but you gotta make it powder. And I'm just like, like you could be rapping the best lyrics of all
Him and
time.
him
I'm
and
like that
him
flow.
and him and D2X going on tour together. That's who they
I
going on
know.
tour with. Him and Bruiser Wolf. Yeah. But
Well,
man,
shout
this
out to
project right,
D2.
yeah, man, this project right here, B, is like I can't. I wish it was more. That's the only thing I could say that I wish I had more of this, and I really enjoyed this so much, bro. Like just playing it every time I hear it, I don't get tired of it. Like I just play it and just let it loop and go into that to that flip again, and then go into Elderberry. Like, hold on, let me look at the track list real quick. I don't want to try to miss out on talk about like a track I love or anything like that, but.
I
bro.
mean, with
B.
11 tracks, really 9 of them being just
Yeah,
the actual songs, and
right,
2 of them
right.
intros and outros, just production.
That talcum though, B. That talcum so dope to me, bro. I love that, man, and I love the
Is
beat
that the
on
one where he
Frankie
was talking
Line.
about for the
Like
love of
Malcolm,
Drewski or whatever?
yeah, he's talking about,
Which,
and I see them signing for Drewski or whatever. Yeah, bro,
uh,
that bar is crazy. Like, bro, like Fat Ray just say some stuff. Like you said, he has charisma and shows like his character as well,
mhm.
and like him having that voice and it just meshed so well with this production. Come on, bro. Like you couldn't go wrong with it. Like I always say, I say this, B, a dope voice, dope production. It
It could
can't go
take you
wrong,
far.
B.
It could take you
It can take
far.
you far, B. You got
And he
that
was in
like having a
pocket. That's the
he
best
was in
part. He was in
pocket.
pocket. He was in
When
pocket
you
nicely.
when you have a rapper, bro, that's dope and have a really dope voice, man, it's undefeated. It
Hmm.
works. Like when you like their voice and you like in the way they rap, it's like what else could you say? Some I can't hear many people say like, yeah, I don't like this. Especially if you're into hip hop. Oh, I like that Fat Ray track. I'm like,
Hmm.
huh?
The
Like
only
this
problem I
somebody
could see with this is like people like saying that wasn't enough. That's the only problem I could see with this.
yeah,
That's the
but I'm
only,
just saying
which is not a bad thing though.
but that's the problem that we had. We wanted more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's all I'm
Like give
saying.
me
That's the only problem that you should have with this.
that's a good problem to have.
I agree.
I that's a good because you got them, you hooked us in. The appetite, you got us in. So
Hmm.
I'm ready for the full course meal now.
Hmm.
Like and hey, when I say I'm buying a record, be this the record out for this, I'm finna buy it. Probably
Well,
finna buy it now. Huh?
how about say, look. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. It's sold out on their website because you already know I'm gonna go search for it. It's
Oh yeah,
sold
yeah,
out
yeah. It's on
on
the
the
Bandcamp,
Bandcamp,
right?
but it's no, it's
Oh,
sold out on the Bandcamp. You got to go to
it's on Fat
Fat Beat,
Beats.
and it's
Yeah,
only
it's on
100
yeah.
copies. It's $40.
Okay.
It's only 100 copies. B, hey,
It's
just to
sold
say,
out on Bandcamp now. That's where I have my
yeah,
link at. I have my link
yeah. No,
open. I
you got to
should
get the
just
green
buy it.
one now. You got to get the green one
I
on
wanted the
Fat
brown
Beats.
one, B.
B, hey, you can check right now, but the brown one sold out. B, I already look.
It's sold out. Oh
Yeah, but it's like a
man.
hundred. I mean it's $40 on Fat Beats, and
Yeah.
it's a hundred copies only, limited.
I got some shop dollars on there. I could probably buy it off there and get it for the low ski. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, okay.
Man, hey,
Yeah,
Fat Ray and Black Milk, bro.
y'all did a
I'm
good
really looking
job.
for I'm looking for something like next year or at the end of the year from y'all as well. I don't know if y'all give me another 28 tracks, at least it's more.
40 to
At
50
least it's more.
minutes. I want the next project, the full length project, to be 40 to 50 minutes.
No, give me 35. 35 minutes, B. I
35
don't
minutes
want
for the next. No, I'm not saying
yeah.
I need it this year though. I'm not saying I need it this year.
Oh,
I'm
you
saying
want
the
like a
next
full
project, like
course, 40,
whenever the
40 to
full
50.
body comes out, I need it to be about 40 to 50 minutes.
Mhm.
Give me something like that. I need that, B. I'm fiending for that.
You feeling
You
boy?
can't tease me like this, B.
Hey, I knew
B.
I was like,
This is the type
I,
of stuff I need more of.
yeah, I knew you was gonna like it, bro. I'll be able to hearing Elderberry. I'm like, oh yeah, B gonna rock with this, right? Oh, they got the oh man. Oh, I can get the whole joint with the I can get everything with the cassette. Okay. Yeah. Dang, I wish I got that brown one, bro.
I didn't know you was gonna be looking for it. I thought you was out the vinyl
Nah,
game.
cause now I'm out the game, but I buy some stuff. So look,
Yeah.
I follow them, you know what I mean? So when they posted it, I clicked it. So I have the link up. I didn't know it
Hmm.
I didn't know it freaking sold out.
I was actually listening to the album before we actually shot this episode right here,
Uh-huh.
and I was looking at the vinyl. I was like, F.
Yeah,
I'm
like
looking. I'm like,
yeah.
did that pay for? Got to go to work today?
Yeah.
Hey, I got to pay it
Hey,
forward.
I wanted that
Look, my
brown.
account gonna need some elderberry after this.
What you think about that elderberry for? Like, bro, I was that
Yeah.
voice, bro.
Yeah, no, I think
Now,
everything
fat.
to me worked well on here. Like I said, the only
Mm,
thing I really didn't like is Bruiser Wolf's flow. I did not like that flow. I get it for what it is. That
mm.
don't mean I gotta like it, B. It
No,
don't. I
I
don't.
understand. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. You know me. I tried to sell them. I tried to sell them to you.
Yeah,
You know
me.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
like,
But
I
I
get it.
understand
I
it's not
get
for.
what he's doing because to me, he gave me that sugar free vibes. But
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's not
I
for.
don't need that on this type of production right now, especially
Yeah,
with what my boy Fat Ray is coming with. I'm like,
yeah,
me personally, I'm not disrespecting Bruiser Wolf. I'm pretty sure people have, he has his fan base and all that. Not disrespecting him. It just didn't sound good to me. That's me.
yeah.
I'm the
I
mainstream
understand,
guy. I
bro.
like the mainstream stuff. But yeah,
Shout out
y'all
Black
gotta let
Milk.
us know
Shout
what
out Fat Ray.
y'all let us know what
Hey,
y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. This was a really dope project, especially at the top of the year. I'm just hoping this isn't one of them projects that get buried because it came out at the top of the year.
hmm
That's the thing that I worry about. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about Food from the Gods by Black Milk and Fat Ray. Now it's time to get on to the 2 men of the hour be that boy Drizzy Drake, Drake Rogers, and Party Next Door. Some sexy songs for you. The album review.
Yes, sir.
This project is what, an hour and 14 minutes, 21 tracks.
Hmm.
um, this is the project that everybody's been waiting for. This is coming right off the beef. Well, right after Super Bowl, really, a week after the Super Bowl to be exact. It's coming a week after that. You know, a lot of people were speculating, is this going to be bigger than Kendrick's GNX, lower than Kendrick's GNX? What are the excuses we're going to have if it doesn't sell well or if it does sell well? B. And then, you know, he had a little drama coming into this album because Freddie, I guess, peeped it and saw that, oh, he's using the bunny rabbits and he's using the dollar signs. And then, you know, Bootleg Kev wanted to put his 2 cents in, like, oh, Drake knows about Freddie Gibbs. I'm the only one with a picture of those two ever together. He posted it. And so, you know, going into this, I'm not gonna lie, we talked about this a few times.
Hmm.
Going into this project, though, I will say I got exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Hmm.
And that's not a bad thing. I actually put a first impressions video out this weekend, so make sure y'all go check that out after y'all watch this video right here. I put a first impressions out, and literally I got exactly what I wanted. But also I got some stuff that I did not want from this project. Overall, Drake and Party Next Door, if you're familiar with their work, especially their Drake's more vibey R&B type tracks, and what Party Next Door brings, you would be very familiar with what some sexy songs for you would be sounding like. But I'm not gonna say that this is a bad project just because I got what I expected. There's some stuff on here that I really, really love. There's some stuff on here that I'm just like, as an album song, I don't want this on the album, but it's not a bad song. Uh, but overall, like I think over my multiple listens, even though it's an hour and 14 minutes, this album didn't drag to me except for in the middle. And I'll get into more specifics after we go through how you feel about the album. But overall, for me, this album, it's cool. It's a nice little B minus. You
Hmm.
know, I didn't think this was going to be an R&B album in terms of like it being like genre under that. Because to me, this felt more. It doesn't have enough party on it, and I'll talk about that later as we get into the review. But B, what are your thoughts on this?
I thought it was cool. You know, you could tell this for the fans. And I'm a fan of melodic Drake. I'm a fan of like the vintage R&B P&D Drake, like tracks like Deeper from P&D. Like if you're a P&D fan, you can't dislike that song. Like you just can't. You know what I mean? That's like a dope cut. Um, you know, you have things that like you said, beat. It's like, was this a perfect fit of the cohesiveness of the project? Even though I love Nokia, it don't really fit the album. You know what I'm saying? I love Give Me a Hug, but it don't fit the album to me. And it wasn't enough party. Like it's marketed. People was thinking, oh, it's gonna be marketed as a P&D Drake, but it's gonna be more P&D. But it was actually the opposite. And we think, you know, that was a play with Drake. You know, Drake wanted to get some more stuff off, you know, with the whole label situation. But overall, man, out of like 21 tracks, let me see how many I like actually enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I like 17 tracks off here. That's cool with me. So like what I'm saying is this is for the fans. People that's fans of Drake, old Drake. This is nothing new. This don't look for nothing innovative. This is Drake at his like his vintage Drake, not the best singer. He gonna catch a pocket, he gonna catch a vibe, late night. You playing this at a late night, driving through the city, you vibing. You got your chick, if she feeling this, y'all vibing, bro. Dropping it on February 14th on Valentine's Day. Perfect setting. P&D has some good stuff on here, some standouts, but like it's some stuff on here like Meet Your Padre. What it's called?
Meet
What
your
that song
Padre.
called?
Meet your Padre.
Yeah, that trash. Get that out of here. Dumpster fire.
But we know
Come
why
on,
he did
Drake.
that, though. We
We
know
know
why he
why he
did.
did it. Yeah, Drake want to meet, you know, like we said, Drake is the world. He want to
Yeah,
meet
he wants to get
everybody where
that
they
play
at. You know what I'm saying?
overseas. That's what he wants to
Facts.
do.
Raining in Houston. Why? I love that even more. Probably like my
Hmm.
favorite track now.
Hmm.
I like Small Town Fame. That joint. I don't know why I like that song. I love the vibe of that. Small Town Fame was dope.
Hmm.
Something About You. Crying in Chanel. I love the second half. I like the song, but I love the second half more.
Hmm.
Greedy's dope. Glorious. All right, I like it. Cool, I guess. The whole like that's the one with Ice Spice
With
and
the
he doing
best
the
Ice
whole little
Spice
flow.
feature we've
Yeah.
ever heard. The best Ice
It's just
Spice.
her in the interview. The her interview.
That's what I'm
Somebody
saying. It was
loves
the
me.
best thing that
Yeah.
I've ever heard her music wise.
Someone that loves me is dope. Nokia, like I said, I love that track. Lasers is pretty. Lasers is dope. I don't know why I feel weird when somebody say, "When I and you from the behind." Like, don't tell me what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to tell me. Like, insinuate like what you got going on. Like, make a metaphor about it. Don't tell me like that. And all I can think, I'm like, I don't want to think about that cover of Party. Like, whatever, man. But give me a hug. We could talk more about that if you want. Once you talk about how you actually feel about it. But like Celibacy, I didn't really care for that track. On My Way was dope. I'm telling you, it's only a few tracks I don't rock with on here. Be out of 21 tracks. I think this is a stellar return for what he wanted. This is not the standalone Drake album that people are looking for. You want to heavily analyze. This right here, you're wasting your time trying to like actually, I don't know, talk about his singing. Like we all know Drake not like the best singer. Like, come on. Like, this is not an album that needs to be broken down. Oh, he
And
said this
analyze.
here. He said they're not like us. Like he mentioned, like, come on, bro. He probably wasn't even thinking about that song. But Raining in Houston, he said some stuff though. He was like, especially with this year, whatever, how they been acting, how like niggas been hating or something like that.
Hmm.
Gotta keep it on me. He mentioned the beef and all this type of stuff. He trying to get the party lit and all this type of stuff. Like, he's gonna be contradicting because he said, oh, and they tell I'm not leaving the beef alone. Also, F the beef. I'm trying to get the party lit. Conflicting statements from Drake there. But come
Hmm.
on, more, it's Drake. Like, what else do y'all want? I don't like. I'm not comparing this album to GNX. I like GNX way better than this. I think it's a way better project from what like it's hip hop. I'm not for to freaking put a hip hop album to an R&B album. I'm not for to compare freaking
So B, you're
Jodeci
telling me that you're
to
not going to compare "You Only Live," I mean, "You Only Die Once" to Leon's Mutt?
No, I'm not. They're not the same. Why am I only
Yeah.
how? But only why they comparing them is because it's Drake and Kendrick, the whole beef. But I'm like, bro, come on, y'all don't do this. Drake's next standalone project, yes, it will have some singing, but it's gonna be majority rapping. We know what Drake
Mhm.
doing with a Drake album. I will appreciate or understand if y'all put those two albums together. But y'all putting this R&B album, dang, y'all putting this R&B album together. This
Mhm.
don't work like that. My my granddad calling me. I need to turn it off. But yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. It's a cool project, Brian. Still, I know it's people. What people could be the debunk. So I say, oh, you could compare him. It's because it's some rapping on here from Drake. Like
Mhm.
what? How many tracks he rapping on? Reed? Glorious, Brian Steele, Give Me
Well,
a
B, because he
Hug.
doesn't know how to sing, he's technically rapping on all of them.
I don't know, man.
But
I'm
no,
just not
like the
comparing these
actual
projects.
rapping, Brian
Like
Still, "Give Me
Brian
a Hug,"
Steele,
Nokia, yeah,
what the function,
Glorious.
Glorious, yeah. Those like the only tracks, B.
Yeah, I agree.
She think I was Spider Man. Superman. But now, bro, seeing people being like, man, this is like such a letdown, or blase by this is lazy. But I'm like, bro, this is Drake and P&D. Like, it's other R&B artists that's traditional. You're not getting that from Drake and P&D. They're giving you that, that feel of like,
That
the
vibey
early, that
R&B.
vibey Toronto, that little dark sound they used to do. That's all it
Mhm.
is. Like the cover kind of gives you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. People, they're gonna do what they do. Project's all right. It's cool. It's a cool project.
Yeah,
I thought it was
for me,
trash at first.
yeah, you're bugging.
I had to
You
sit with it.
and yeah, you and Russ, y'all both was bugging on that one.
Oh,
But
when I said I agree with him, I was trolling.
I assume so. But going into this right here, you know, last I already talked about this, but I'm going to strengthen some of my sentiments that I said and emphasize some of them. To me, this project is way too long. In terms of like this album right here, I think this is a good album, but I think what makes it fall short mainly is Drake. The reason I say that is because of him putting extra songs on here that don't necessarily fit the actual album itself. Am I saying that those songs that don't fit the album are bad? No. I think songs like Brian Still, Give Me a Hug, and Nokia are really good songs. But I just feel like these weren't songs that were meant to be on this project right here. To me, the title is right. Some sexy songs, because all these songs ain't sexy. I'm gonna be real with you right now. All the like B. I don't want to hear about you talking about the beef and putting it to the side. That's not sexy to me. No,
Mhm.
give me a hug. Oh, Melissa 4U, you a legend from the six. I hate to see you next to a D sucker. Like that's not sexy to me, B. None of that is. No. Me, I made a perfect version of my album, right? Where I took out the songs that I felt like did not fit. The songs I would keep on like my perfect version, and I looked at the number, I would take 7 songs off this project. It'd be
Hmm.
like 40 something minutes. I'm cutting it down. CN Tower, Mothball, Something About You, Crying in Chanel, Superman, Spider-Man, Superman, which I kind of have a grievance with that song because of the hook. I think that the hook is very corny, but it's very Drake-esque. But the hook is very corny. I'm not just Spider-Man. I'm not Superman. I'm just like,
Hmm.
what? I'm like, no, this is corny. Deeper, really good P&D song. I forgot to say Crying in Chanel too. Crying in Chanel is so hard that, do you trust me? I don't know if you was trying to throw a shot at Future and Metro on them, but hey, that was kind of
Hmm.
hard though. Small Town Fame, I like it, but I could take it out the album to make my perfect version of this album. Pimmie's Dilemma, I thought it was cool. The one thing about this album, and I'll say it about Pim too, nobody on here is like a vocal master. No one on here has the
Hmm.
vocal talent to really carry this album as a traditional R&B like album where you got some great singing on here. No one's
He
doing
should have
that.
get. He should
P&D,
have gave
I've
Yebba.
never. He should have
What's
gave
the
Yebba
name?
what
He could have gave Yebba that interlude like he did on what's
on
that
a More
CB? What's that?
Life.
Nah, he gave Yebba an
Oh,
interlude on
CLB,
Certified.
CLB.
Yeah, CLB.
And so, Brian Still, I take that out. Not a bad song. I just take it out because it doesn't fit the vibe of the actual album. Give me a hug. I'll take that out because it doesn't fit the vibe of the album. Raining in Houston, though. Oh my God, Bean, what are you doing
Mhm.
to me? Oh my God. Do we get lasers? I would keep that song. You're getting back onto the purpose of the album. Meet Your Padre. Get that ish out of here. Nokia. I like it. We don't need it. Die Trying. It's a cool song. I don't need it on this album right here. Somebody Loves Me, and this is where we get back into the project. And this is to me where P&D actually comes back, and instead of being Robin, he becomes Nightwing. I'm like, all right, finally, you fighting side by side with Batman. God dang it! Somebody Loves Me. I know you didn't like Celibacy like that. I like Celibacy.
Mhm.
On My Way is my favorite track. The way oh my gosh, that song hits. Glorious. He's going over the little the NY drill beat with Ice Spice in the background. Best she's ever sounded on
Mhm.
any type of music ever.
In an
When
interview.
he's exactly best she's ever sounded on any music, like I just said. When he's gone, and I like Greedy, and I like the way that the outro is a project.
Hmm.
Me, I'm like, all right, I got some stuff on here that I like. I even made a perfect version, some BBC4U.
Mm.
There,
Mm.
there's some stuff on here that I really enjoy. There's a lot of stuff on here that I get Drake has to touch on some of these topics and some of these subjects, but some of the stuff could have been left off. It didn't need to be on this. Like I said, I think we need to. Some of the stuff should have been on like a Scary Hours 4 instead of it being on this project right here. But
Hmm.
overall, I had a fun time with this project. Every time I went to go listen to it, yeah, there was like one skip, and that's Meet Your Padre. That's the one song I'm like, okay, I do not like that one at all. I get why you played it. I do not like it at all. But yeah, overall, I like this project, man. I had a fun time with it. This isn't the one where I'm dissecting it and trying to be like super analytical about it, like you said. It's a vibey track. You know what you're gonna get with this project. I just wish that I knew that Drake was going into P&D's world on this project. I just wish P&D was utilized a bit more. But
Hmm.
also, it's like he's not a great vocalist either. So it's like, what were you going to really be doing on that first third of the actual album itself? And then we only had one solo P&D song. What?
Deeper.
And it was a great P&D song.
It was good.
Phenomenal. But yeah, uh, did you have anything else you wanted to touch on with this one, B?
Not really,
Besides him
bro.
throwing little slick shots or
He was
Glasses
doing.
Malone analyzing his lyrics, which I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
like, ah,
It was a lot of people doing it. I'm like, bro, y'all relax, bro. And people were just saying how trash the album was. And I'm like, bro, the album, an hour and 21 minutes long. You just tweeted this freaking, the album came out not even an hour ago, and you saying it's trash. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all just relax, bro. Let the album play, digest it. If you want to listen to it more or whatever. I don't care if you dislike it, like it. It don't bother me. I'm just saying, y'all just don't give things grace that y'all like. I don't know, these fans, bro, the Drake fans and the Kendrick fans are annoying on Twitter. They both gonna hyper analyze everything what any artist do. They're gonna hate all the stuff. The whole numbers thing with the fans are like, oh, this thing is getting suppressed and all this stuff. I don't know, bro. What's going on? I don't know what's I don't know.
yeah,
It's just the
everybody
album.
was making a
Listen to it.
spectacle of themselves this weekend.
Yeah. Annoying.
In my head, I'm just like, look, I'm just glad that we got some new music that we can actually talk about. But B, the time that we actually get some new music, it's getting overshadowed by the drama and all that. I'm like, dude, shut the F up. Let's hone in on this track list. What do you guys like about this? What do you guys dislike about this? Don't give me the standard, oh, Drake is doing the same thing. We knew what he was gonna do with Party Next Door and on this album. Party Next Door isn't gonna give you anything different than what he usually gives you. I'm sorry. We reviewed the Party Next Door album last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get what people expected
It's
from
like,
this.
if you're a Party fan, you like it. If you're not, because Party's not for everybody. He's just not.
Yeah, I will admit he's not, he's definitely not for everybody. But
He's
he's one
not
of
for
those moody
everybody.
R&B artists that, I don't want to say it's a household name, but he got some joints though that people know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also think like the expectation of, oh, every time Drake and Party Next Door get together, they're always making something fire. This just didn't live up to the hype. To me, this is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. I'm like, a
Mm-hmm.
full project from them. This is the thing. I think they're better in dosages rather than a full project
Full
altogether.
project, yeah.
Because do you get stuff like this? I've even said it before, B. I said it plenty of times on this. I like it when it's Party Next Door featuring Drake. I don't like it when it's Drake featuring Party Next Door.
Yeah.
So I liked it that Drake came into Party's world on this. I just hate that Party wasn't as utilized as he should have been on here. But yeah, besides that, album ran too long. Party wasn't utilized enough. I still got some stuff that I really enjoyed on here though. I like the samples. I like the intro. I like the outro. I liked a lot of the tracks where they're collabing together. Yeah, not a bad
Mm-hmm.
album.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's
especially
okay.
this
It's
is
cool
Drake's
for what
like
it was.
only. This is Drake's second time coming out of like hip hop too, because this
Mm-hmm.
is his R&B album now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got anything else be on this?
I got nothing else to say. It is what it is.
I agree. I enjoyed
Um,
this. B, it
I
sounds
liked
like
it
you kind
too.
of enjoyed this too.
I liked it
Let's
too. I like
no,
17 tracks out of 21. I
no, yeah,
enjoyed
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I liked what 20 tracks out of 21. But yeah, let us know what y'all
Damn,
think about
B.
this project. I told you the only track I didn't like was the Meet Your
It's Meet
Padre.
Your Pie. Yeah.
It made me want to do the. It made me want to do that.
Man,
but but
that
besides
man,
all that,
wow.
I enjoyed this. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. Hey, if you like it, you like it, and if people don't like it, who gives a f about what they think? I'm
Facts.
just hoping that this actually comes out on vinyl. I'm really hoping it does because I'm a cop that. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. But B, it's time to get on to the discussions part. B, you put a topic in here.
Hmm.
Drake versus Kendrick. Could two legends coexist? Explain this one to me, B, please.
So it's really just piggybacking off the album. And I was just seeing people upset with people that liked the album that also had some bad things or had some things to say about Drake throughout the beef. And thinking about like pick a side. Like if you dislike Drake, then you can't like an album just because you dislike him. And this just made me think of like why you can't actually listen to both artists or like both artists, criticize both artists without having to pick a side. I say this a lot. When you're in the middle, nobody really likes you. You know, they want you to pick a side. You either hot or cold. You can't be, you can't be what they call it lukewarm. You can't be in the middle. And I don't know. I just feel like why in this state of like hip hop music in general that you can't just be a fan of both artists. You can't criticize one and not be seen as a glazer of the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of like I just didn't understand that it's that one guy, what's his name? He's a reactor. He liked the
Blueface?
Drake album. Nah, the other one.
No Life Shack?
No Life Shack. He liked the Drake album and they just flipped on him. Drake snitched on you and put you in the lawsuit. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's not like he was suing him. He just used them as references of them getting whitelisted or whatever, of getting to play Kendrick music to like I guess boost the numbers of I'm not like they not like us. So it's like if y'all want to get on these people and say yo they Drake fans, and then when they like a Drake album you flip on them, I don't understand it. Just because if they flip Kendrick, they can't still like Drake? Or did they flip on Drake? Or they just didn't like what Drake did? It's just, I don't understand it. Just because I dislike what he did, I can't enjoy his music. Y'all gotta understand these people. Y'all don't know these artists. They are not your brother. They are not your uncle, your cousin, your sisters. They're not family to you. They are our court jesters. They here to entertain us. And if one entertain me, and also also I disagree with something he said, but he also makes some good music. I could separate that. It's just music. It's entertainment. Y'all are giving these people like Like they bigger than life. Like they survivor. They your savior. My bad. Like they your savior or something. Like y'all gotta relax, bro. I can listen to Drake and go listen to Kendrick. I go to them two artists for two different things. So I was just like understanding like why can't two artists coexist in the same era? Be like, just because I don't like you, why I gotta pick a side? It's like a political thing, bro. They acting like this political jargon. Like, you like Drake, you're a Republican. If you like Kendrick, you're a Democrat. When both of, especially Kendrick, fight against both. Like I'm saying? So I don't understand this, B. It's a good, they think it's a good or evil. Drake the evil, Kendrick the good. It's the light and the dark. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't.
I've said it before. Everybody just hates to see Drake winning. I've said this before. Kendrick won the beef. I'm saying that right now. He won the beef, but we're not talking about the beef now. We're talking more so about the after effects of the beef, and now it's leaking over into like actual hip hop conversation. We've already kind of
Mhm.
touched upon this with the Drake hate content being forced, but now the stand-up, it has reached like a nauseating level where it's like Kendrick is the Messiah. He's the best thing that ever happened to hip hop. Everything he says is right, even though he told us he's not our savior and to not always follow him. Then people make Drake out to be the villain, but it's like we enjoyed Drake's music all these years. Really, you guys have Drake fatigue, which understandable if you have Drake fatigue, but you guys now hate Drake because Kendrick says Drake is a bad person.
Mhm.
I just don't get it, especially when you look at certain things, the hypocrisy within the beef itself, and just look at what like Kendrick was saying, like, oh, I like Drake with the melodies. Now Drake is doing stuff with the melodies. Now this stuff is getting overanalyzed like it's the beef again.
Mhm.
The stand-up has made hip hop conversations hard to have because I can say one thing, and this only happens to me when I talk to a Kendrick fan online. I'll say something like I said the other day. This guy said, "Oh, look at Kendrick doing all these numbers. That's how you know this album is a banger." I said, "I don't need album sales to tell me an album is a banger." Him, shut up,
Mhm.
you bird, or like you owl. I'm just like, when did Drake come up into any of this conversation when I was talking about this? I'd say the same thing for Drake. I've never been accused of being a Kendrick Glazer from Drake fans when I've said something
Mhm.
negatively about Drake. It's only when I'm talking to Kendrick fans that they're like, oh, and it's the Kendrick fans like that are getting super annoying to a point to where it's like it's this elitism about them. At least with Drake fans, a lot of their hip hop takes I don't take seriously, but a lot of them kind of come off more as characters rather than they're actually
Mhm.
seriously invested. Some of them are way too seriously invested. I will admit that.
Mhm.
A lot of them I don't take seriously because a lot of them come off as caricatures of Drake fans. The Kendrick fans, though, you could tell a lot of them are passionate. They'll be obsessive over tweeting that stuff
Mhm.
at you. Like one person, like this weekend, top five Troy, shout out to him. He put out a video of him yawning at Drake dropping the album for 3 minutes or whatever. I laughed
Mhm.
at that. I said, LOL, I hate Troy. This is hilarious. And one of the Kendrick fans like, yes, this is funny because you're on the right side or something like that. And I'm like, right side. I'm like, and I told him, I said, I'm like, what do you mean by right side? I don't agree that there's a right side. There is no
Mhm.
right side. It's just music. Like we're all just supposed to enjoy it. I'm pretty sure both these people both got rich off of this crazy me. I just want people to know that. Kendrick
Yes,
and
most
Drake, they both
definitely.
got rich off of this.
Of
There's no
course.
point to decide. They will not notice if either of us stop listening to them. I don't get what it is with this obsession, this parasocial relationship that these people have with these artists that don't know them, that they don't know, but they think that they know them because of their music. They think that they had this relationship with them because of this music, because of this fandom that they're part of, because of this community that they're part of with listening to them. And because a lot of them be in these echo chambers, they're being told that they're right. A lot of their opinions are being reinforced or being reinforced by others who think the same as them. I don't get it, B. I just don't get this line of separation that you have to have. Like, oh, if you're a Drake fan, you gotta stay a Drake fan. You cannot like anything Kendrick. If you're a Kendrick fan, you cannot like anything Drake. And people are getting like attacked because if they like, oh, I like GNX, oh, and I like this. People can't be critical of music anymore. You'll get attacked from that. Uh, who cares about your opinion if it's something negative about someone they like? But as soon as it's about something
Mhm.
that they like, yeah, you're right, dude. Like, yeah, your opinion is so unbiased, dude. I'm just like, what are we doing here? I don't know. I know I'm going on a soapbox rant. I'm just tired of the stand-up be. And I want to be like Dom. I want to be like so many other people. I just want to mute Drake and I want to mute Kendrick from my timeline. But we do a music show, B.
So
We
we
gotta
gotta
talk about
know.
what's happening in the zeitgeist. We gotta talk about what's happening. We gotta add context, cultural context to what's actually happening in this stuff. But B, the hip hop cesspool of discussion. The hip hop discussion pool is it's a cesspool. It's like an acid vat. Like you throw anything in there, it's just gonna
Hmm.
melt. Nothing constructive or conducive to actual conversation being had is actually happening.
You could see. I gotta open up the door real quick. I'm a mute, but you could
Oh,
talk. I'm just gonna open up the
yeah,
door real quick.
but yeah, overall for me, I'm tired of the beef. I'm tired of what's happening here. I'm tired of everything being compared to each other in terms of like Drake and Kendrick always having to be tied to each other to the hip now because of oh, Drake did this, Drake said this, so this has to be about Kendrick. Kendrick said this, Kendrick did that, so this has to be about Drake. To me, I don't give a F about that no more. The beef was
Facts.
fun while it was here. It's gone now. It's over.
B,
Let
how a
these two
beef
do what
go?
they want.
How a beef gonna give us the best thing that ever happened to the worst thing that ever happened at the same time, bro? It's just killing me. It's
That's
like
why I said we started our channel at the best and worst time.
at the bro, because it's like you know, us having this discussion. I don't even want to talk about the next topic. We can talk about it, but not even go in depth to it,
We
bro.
gotta go
Like,
to the number. Yeah, we gotta do the
yeah,
numbers cast. But
yeah, we gonna talk about it, but like, oh my god, bro.
like B, it's annoying. Like Kendrick fans, and we'll talk about this in the next topic.
Hmm.
The way that they go over these loopholes and justify certain things that they wouldn't have justified before because it was happening for the person that they didn't like. Oh my gosh. Just the hypocrisy all around me. But yeah, you don't gotta pick a side if you like GNX. You don't gotta pick a side if you like uh some sexy songs for you.
Yeah, some sex
I
song.
enjoyed both projects. Which one do I prefer? I prefer the Drake and Party one because that's more my vibe. But that's not to say
Hmm.
that GNX is a bad album because I enjoy some sexy songs for you more. I can enjoy both albums. I got songs from both of them that I would take out, and I got songs from both of them that I really enjoy listening to that have a lot of replayability for me. I've been a Kendrick fan before. I've been a Drake fan before. I'm still a fan of both of them. I obviously have an artist which one I prefer. You call me a Drake Glazer or whatever you want. Y'all don't say I'm a glazer of anything else when I glaze other artists more than Drake. So I don't get why I'm a Drake glazer. But when I glaze other people, y'all don't care. When I talk great about Kendrick, no one calls me a Kendrick glazer. When I talk good about Drake, oh, he's a Drake glazer. He defends Drake
Hmm.
way too much. What? I don't know, B. It's a weird
You're not on the right
oh
side,
to
B.
watch. Right, you're
They just
right.
want you to come over into the light, B. You ain't on the
Technically,
right
could Drake be
side.
the light? You don't want to be next to someone that's lighter than you. Well,
Nah,
isn't
but
that what
what
Drake
Drake said? I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark
Dark.
nigga.
Shout out to Drake's last classic album. But
Scorpion.
yeah, yeah. Let's go on to this last topic, B. Kendrick
All
becomes the
right.
ninth artist to surpass 100 million monthly listeners and the first rapper to do so. B, let's talk some numbers. Let's become the
Talk
numbers cat.
numbers, man. Congratulations to Kendrick, by the way. That's a dope feat. You know what I'm saying?
This
That's a
is
dope
dope.
accomplishment. Yeah.
Not obviously not. He's the first artist he's first rapper to do this. Phenomenal. Great.
I wouldn't expect it to be him. I thought it would be Drake. Like Drake, I was so
Same.
shocked that Drake did do this.
Same. But just because he does this doesn't mean he has the best music out. It does not mean he's the best rapper out.
It
B, he
does.
has the no, it doesn't. That poses
He
a
is
B.
though.
That you think he's the best rapper out?
Yeah, when you come to mainstream rap, Kendrick's the best rapper out, bro.
Okay, you said mainstream. I'm saying in general.
If you go, I say yeah. If I
I'm
want to
I,
say, oh, this dude
oh, not
makes,
in general. I mean overall. Overall. No, but I mean rapper as an
if I
MC.
put, oh, I'm talking about the total package. Kendrick's
Oh no,
killing
no. Total
everything.
package, yes. Kendrick
Yeah,
is all time, top 10.
top
All
five,
time, top 10.
maybe. Yeah, probably, hey, he
Yeah.
probably know
See,
what not the two. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about. I'm gonna
I'm
talk
not going
about
that
it. I'm
far
doing.
again.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
leaving.
doing a little video, and I'm gonna see what's
Hey,
gonna pop off. And if you watch it, and I want to know what you think about what I say. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we
hey,
gonna.
we gonna see because I'm gonna address it on the pod if you say something wild and crazy.
Hey, you
You
know
know that.
the numbers. So I brought this up, B, because on the timeline, I've been seeing a lot of numbers talk with Kendrick, and I've been a Kendrick fan since like 2009. You know, nine. You know,
Overly dedicated or Kendrick Lamar EP.
yeah, no. EP C4 actually.
Hmm.
C4, I knew about that. Wasn't a too much of a fan. I knew him because I like J Rock first. I knew about J Rock
Hmm.
first. So I the C4, the K dot, and I wasn't too much of a fan. It was some stuff on there I liked on there, but EP is what got me into Kendrick. So I don't remember numbers like that. yes, we talked about numbers when it came to like, oh, how much he sold, blah, blah, blah. And we understand that this year is a historic year. Well, last year for Kendrick Lamar, even going off into this year as well, it's been a historic year for him. So I understand the numbers talk. But these numbers be from our point of view as a Kendrick fan, we knew that we had other artists out there probably doing a little bigger numbers than him, probably had a little more monthly listeners than him. But now the numbers feel like they validate everything from Kendrick. And it's kind of confusing me. And it gives me the whole thing of like us as black people when it came to the NFL, we boycotted, we did this, we pick and choose, but if they quote unquote got it right, we'd be like, all right, Grammy's so white, Oscar's so white, and all this type of stuff, right? You got Macklemore, he won the whole little award before Kendrick best rap album, whatever. We mad at the Grammys. We know Kendrick deserved that, right? Kendrick win all these awards after that. He's like, what, number 3 in hip hop of all time with almost Grammys? Now we use that. He got what they call it? A Pulitzer?
The Pulitzer.
He got a Pulitzer Prize. Mm-hmm. They use all these accolades that really us as black folks, what we say don't validate nothing from us. Don't mean anything to us. We should start our own award show like we don't have BET Awards. Oh, I know that's owned by Viacom, so we really don't own it, right? But still, we validate the stuff when it comes to something that we, I guess, when we say, I guess support, right? We support Kendrick, so we want him to get all the Grammys. We want him to get the Super Bowl performances. But when it comes to it outside of what we care about, that's all they want. They want to push that. When Kendrick did the performance, he flipped it on his head. He did the exact opposite. So this is the best performance ever. It's just certain things like that that's kind of getting to me. And I'm a Kendrick fan. No doubt. But I just don't like how a lot of these stands, I know it's Twitter, but I'm holding y'all to the fire right now, Twitter. When does Grammys, when does the NFL, the Super Bowl, all this stuff y'all want to boycott and not care about, don't validate? When do you validate it? When do y'all care about it? Only when it's supporting or feeding into the nature of what you want from your artist to get all these accolades. That's the only when you like it, is when it's going to Kendrick. And I'm not trying to come off as like I'm hating on Kendrick and nothing like that. I'm happy that he's getting all this praise. I'm loving that he got the performance, and more eyes and more ears are now they going to go listen to his music just to understand like he has a really great catalog. And we're going to discuss his Heat GOAT of this rap ish. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just find it weird that the fans that actually don't like the push on the white gaze of all their acceptance actually want to be accepted. I don't know. I know it was a crazy monologue I went on there, but I'm just saying it's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't know. It don't sit right with me, B. We shouldn't care.
Basically, B, in the great words of Dr. Umar, why do you need white man's paperwork? Why? B, when Drake was doing all this, when he was getting all these awards, oh, it's Drake. Of course he's gonna do that. Why wouldn't he get that? As soon as Kendrick gets it, oh, this was really earned. They finally get it right. Now because it supports what you like, oh, now they get it right. Oh, now this is validated. Well, Kendrick, this Not Like Us obviously is the best diss song of all time because it won 5 Grammys. Mm-hmm. If back to back would have won 6 Grammys, they would not have been saying the same thing, B. They would not have been saying the same thing. Well, it's Drake, so of course he's going to get that. See, they always come up with these excuses when it doesn't fit their narrative. The Super Bowl thing, people didn't like it. Oh, that's because the message didn't go over your head. I remember Anton Daniels, because I was watching his video. He said something about this. He says, why do y'all make it seem like because the show was entertaining, there was a deeper message to be had? How about maybe it just wasn't entertaining? I'm just like, you spin. It just can't be entertaining. True. Like, everybody's like, well, if it was entertaining, that means that you didn't get what was happening right there. Okay, if I didn't get what was happening right here, that means a majority of people probably didn't get what was happening. Who was Kendrick Lamar talking to then? Why would he be talking to the minority instead of the majority when he has the majority's eyes on him? What's the point of sending a message like that? I don't get it. hoops that these Kendrick fans go through. And I've already said it before. When it comes to Drake stands, I don't take a lot of them seriously because a lot of them are so biased that it's crazy. But Kendrick stands are getting right to that level as well. And I'm just like, dog, what are we talking about? Like, what are we, where are we going at? Both sides are annoying. Both sides are now using numbers, but I thought numbers wasn't the thing to use back then. Oh, now Drake fans know how it feels. I thought y'all said numbers didn't validate anything. So basically,
Mm-mm.
everything that y'all saying is not valid. Is not valid because y'all using numbers now. B, how many praises I seen this week of so many hip hop blogs just talking about these numbers. No one was talking about music at all this weekend. It seems like
B,
besides the Drake.
I haven't seen this many numbers on my freaking timeline in years. I mean, chart this, Kendrick charts. In our air all these people just numbers. Oh, GNX, I never seen this many numbers talk about how much what's in the billboard right now. I never seen this much numbers talk in my life. Even Act not even, I know Act, he's on the other side, but still. I used to see more from Act posting
I'm
about
about to say
numbers
I
from
used to
artists.
only see it from Act back then.
Now I'm seeing it about. I'm telling he got a whole account now dedicated to it that was created in May of 2024 after the beef.
I just don't.
That tells you everything, B.
Do numbers have to be part of the conversation now when we talk hip hop?
It
Not
should,
on this
bro. Because
platform
look,
because we're talking music, but just in general when it comes to Twitter and stuff like that. Is this going to be a metric that we have to use in hip hop conversations? To the normal fan, to the actual hardcore hip hop fan, we don't give a F about them numbers. We don't care about them numbers. Them numbers don't justify nothing to us. B, if an album is good to us, I'm pretty sure that Black Milk album and Fat Ray album, no disrespect to them, I'm pretty sure it didn't sell 100,000 copies within a week.
of course
I can
not,
still
B.
tell you
They
that it
probably
was a
not.
fire album. I can tell you that was a
Mhm.
fire album though. Do you know how many
But
fire albums that we got that didn't sell well?
look, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers didn't sell well, right? So people said, "Oh, it's a trash album." That's why, right? And what the fans will say, what the Kendrick fans will say, B,
Oh, it's
that don't
you
mean
guys don't
nothing.
get it.
Now that some of that stuff right now is going up in billboards because he got new eyes, he got new listeners. People like, all right,
Mhm.
boom, I'm a Drake fan, but I never really checked out Kendrick. Let me go check him out. So some people actually listen to music, which I love, but we gotta understand, no hate, no shade. At the end, I say, let's see how long this Kendrick number stuff lasts. How long do you think he'll be 100 over 100 million listeners be? How long will that stand? Will he drop
I
back
don't.
down to 70 to 60
I think he'll drop
million?
back down because if we go by what Kendrick usually does, Kendrick usually has a huge break in between albums. So his
Mm-hmm.
numbers are going to go down because interest, he's not going to be as a hot of an artist. Like, yes, Kendrick
Mm-hmm.
had a great year last year. Yes, he's had a great start of the year this year. But we got to be realistic. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, after he drops some music, after he does what he needs to do, he goes into hibernation for like 3 to 4 years. We don't hear nothing from him. He barely does features. And if he does a pop feature. But
Here
joking
you
aside,
go, bro.
but joking aside, he is going to go into hibernation, work on his next project, but also live life and do his thing right there. People are going to realize he's only hot now because of what he usually does before he likes to pop some stuff off and before he gets his drops off. He usually does this. I don't want to say he does clout chasey things, but he does things to garner attention. He does it in a great
Mm-hmm.
way. Great marketer. He drops some dope music and then he goes
Mm-hmm.
away for a while. His interest is going to go down. Yes, he has a bit of height right now because he was on literally the biggest stage in America. He literally came off one of the biggest events in music last year. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, he's going to have this boost in numbers. Drake is barely going up in numbers, but his other projects, his other songs, they're now streaming super well. They're now trending on TikTok. He's always going to be the numbers guy. Drake is someone that appeals to everybody. Kendrick, I don't want to say it like this. He's not someone that appeals to everybody like a Drake does. Kendrick has a small boost, which is good for his career, especially with him now starting the PG Lane thing. He's gonna have that movie come out. People ain't really gonna talk about it like that. And then the hype for this is gonna die off. And the only thing that people are gonna talk about for the next few years will be this beef until Kendrick comes out with some new music or Kendrick comes out with a feature. It's gonna be like an Andre 3000 thing where whenever Andre comes out for a feature, people are gonna talk about it, but we're gonna move on from then until he comes out with an album. He has a small boost now because of the NFL and him doing him winning all them Grammys, him being on the biggest stage in America, he has the boost right now, but that boost is not going to last that long. He's about to go on tour. No new music is probably about to come out. I would love to be wrong if he put some new music out, but he's probably not going to put no new music out. He's about to go on tour. Yeah. He's going to
Yeah.
sustain some of that base because he's doing stadium tours, which are really big venues. So people are going to want to memorize the lyrics of those to that music. So
Yeah, I just think that, and I'm not trying to hate on Kendrick, like, oh man, because I'm saying he might be the greatest of all time. I just want y'all to understand that I'm not a person that's biased. I always like to, have both sides. Like I like to see it from both sides. I like to have a original thought on mine. I don't really like other people to, form my way of thinking just because I'm a fan. I gotta agree with all the other fans, and I believe that once Kendrick go, I don't. To be honest, B, since he doing the whole PG Lang thing, if he don't, I know it's like not really like a label or whatever, but if Baby Keem not out, I think that he will kind of like be out a little bit more, I believe, because he has to keep his his entity out there. Like you gotta understand, like have some type of buzz around his label, whatever it is. So I
but
think
like
he probably.
so you think he could be out there just non-musically?
No, I'm saying I think he's gonna be out there musically. I don't think if you know how you'll say 3 or 4 years, I think now he'll probably take a year and a half to two off now. Maybe a year and a half off.
Mm.
Maybe a year and a half or two. Maybe. Because after this year, if you want to keep up, like we're not saying, oh, Kendrick never was successful. This dude was the number 2 after Drake, or number 3, if you want to say Future or somebody. He always
Or
been in the
Eminem.
top. If we, that's a legacy act.
Mm.
Talking about this generation.
Okay.
Get him out of here. Because you can say Kanye West at that point. Kanye
Both of
still
your favorite
Kanye.
rappers in the current era.
All right, here we go. But I still think Kendrick's gonna continue to succeed, but I don't think his numbers will be at 100 million for a long time because it's only at 100.1. And y'all understand the Super Bowl was this month, so I think he'll drop down. I think the GNX is steady selling, but I don't think it's gonna last too long. He might drop back to 70 something monthly listeners, but I don't know, man. I just find it funny how the Kendrick fans are all numbers now. It's just funny to me because usually the Drake fans was fighting back with numbers, and now they trying to throw them numbers. I don't know if they like, okay, we're gonna give you a taste of your own medicine.
B,
I
you
don't
know
know.
what's funny? Now that Kendrick didn't come out with a super lyrical based album, they have no lyrics to really talk about or dissect like that. So all they can do is talk about numbers because that's the only new thing that they can talk about with Kendrick.
Nah, they've been dissecting the man in the garden,
B, they've been saying the exact same thing and
whacked out
regurgitating the exact same
murals.
points.
They've been
There's
they've
no
been
one that's coming
dissecting
with
the
new takes.
no, but B, they've been dissecting the Super Bowl performance, man. Come on.
Oh,
He ruled
F
bell
me.
bottoms, bro, to
Oh, F
represent
me.
the 60s. He wanted to represent the fight, the human rights and what's it called, civil rights. And he wanted to just have the same jeans on as them ladies with them afros out there and fighting for the people.
I forgot, especially when black people weren't allowed to play PlayStation 2 and he put the PlayStation controls on. Oh, F me. I just made the whole
That they
connection.
weren't allowed to play
Oh my
PlayStation.
gosh.
You
Yeah.
wildin', bro.
But I mean, they are dissecting those NFL Super Bowl numbers, B. Some people say it was the greatest performance since Michael Jackson. We've already talked about it.
Mhm.
Our thoughts on the Super Bowl performance. Y'all want to check that out. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of numbers talk because they ain't got nothing new to talk about. They can't dissect the lyrics from GNX. They not as complex as they was in Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Wasn't as complex as some of the more in Dang.
Mhm.
I don't know. You know what I do wish for though? I do hope that we get a Baby Keem and Kendrick album collab soon. That's just me though. That's just me. But besides that, I'm tired of these Kendrick fans now becoming the new Drake fans and talking numbers and just acting nasty on social media.
I think I don't know, man. Maybe they giving the Drake fans a taste of their own medicine, bro. But I don't know. I just find it funny. I've been
But B,
watching.
if you want to be a better person, should you get revenge or should you like be the bigger man and just walk away from the situation?
Nah, B, come on, bro. You don't do that. They go low, you go lower.
And trust me, they look awful right now, especially with the whole little debacle that's happening on Twitter that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's just horrible. But yeah, y'all guys let us know what y'all think about when it comes to Kendrick. and numbers in a discussion instead of actually talking about some music. I don't know. You guys let us know about that, because that's all that we see being talked about with Kendrick now, besides regurgitated points or him acting like an NPC because the PlayStation thing, him acting like an NPC on the football stadium stage. Yeah.
Hey,
We can talk about that.
All NPC like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was intentional that he was acting like that. Not because he was catching a little groove, catching a little vibe. He was definitely acting like an NPC. I'm just saying, V. But yeah.
Hey,
Y'all let us know what
deeper,
y'all
darker.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. But I think that's about it for another episode of today's show, B. You got any tweets to close us out on this?
Man, I had one, bro, but I didn't save it. But it had to do with my boy Kiko, and I think his name's Z. He's like I don't know if he's a record exec. I know he owned like a website or whatever.
You talking about the guy that did the lefty gunplay thing?
Yeah. And then I love
Kiko was like, "Why did you tell us?"
Kiko was like, "Bro, why you tell us? Like, we don't care, bro." Like, that was just so funny to me, bro. That was just
Kiko,
so
he was going left and right with all the
Right
Kendrick
with him.
stands this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, you
He's just
Kendrick stands
giving
are
him-
looking bad right now.
He was like, he's just giving him advice. Like, man, just get on to him what we could do about it. Like,
Yeah,
Kiko had me
facts. Like, we
dying,
supposed to
bro.
go over there and snitch.
And I was telling my girl, I'm like, yo, because I was like, yo, it's no way. Like, they act like they can get through to Kiko. Like, he's just trying to help, bro. Kiko don't care, bro. Like, come on, y'all get out of here.
And then if
That's the
anything,
most-
if he wanted to help, why didn't you get in contact with Lefty Gunplay?
Yeah.
And then he got the
Everything-
information wrong. So that was even
Everything.
funnier point. No one backtracked on that. They still was trying to get at Kiko. He still got the information wrong. The guy.
Facts, man. But nah, that was gonna be my highlighted tweet because Kiko had me dying in some of them replies, bro.
Yeah, if I can
Had me
find it, I'll put it
dying.
up on the screen. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
hilarious.
that was a really good exchange and had me dying, bro. But
It's just been so
that-
funny because Kiko's been going at all the Kendrick stands recently,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Yo, wait till the Drake fans find out who I really rep or whatever." As soon as they
Right. Because he be going in on them Drake fans too, boy. Like he don't
He
have no
barely
picks,
goes in
bro.
on them because he barely say anything about Drake. He
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yo, that's low hanging fruit. Like that's too easy."
Yeah, like that's easy.
Like I
It's
moved
really
on from
easy.
that.
Bro, people been going at Drake since Drake existed. Like it's so easy to go at Drake.
That's why I'm like, B.
And
None of them are saying anything different or new that we haven't heard.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the beef. It's nothing new that Kendrick said. It's nothing new. Joe
Well, but
Budden laid
B,
out a lot of
the
stuff.
daughter, B. We didn't know
We
about
gotta
that.
find out. Hey, it might come out, man. Well, I remember hearing rumblings about Drake having a daughter and all these kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you got to pay that off. You know what I'm saying? Tuck that little baby to the side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. But yeah, shout out to Kiko. He was going left and right, and I was enjoying all of them discussions and not discussions, them arguments and him going at them. I enjoyed it. God dang it! Put them in their place. I know, and I love it. But yeah, let us know what y'all thought about today's episode. Let us know what y'all thought about the two albums that we heard. Make sure you follow us all on our social medias down in the description down below, where we are going to try and do some more interaction engagement posts like, oh, what is the best album out of these four? Who is the better artist out of these four? Who is your favorite? Yada, yada, whoop, whoop, whoop. We're going to be doing that all on Twitter. And
some engagement forming.
Exactly. We're going to be doing that on the YouTube post as well. So make sure y'all stay tuned to that. Make sure y'all put the bell notification if y'all have not already. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man, because this is where the hub for everyday Beyond Beats and Culture is happening, where we have Dark Sage and Interlude and Let's Have a Conversation. We're having some dope stuff happening over here, some actual conversations about music and putting some context behind these conversations as well to actually like get a little bit of a conversation started. We're not just over here talking about numbers like a lot of other people. We actually talk about music, and we talk about a variety of topics in music, not just Drake and Kendrick, even though this episode was kind of Drake and Kendrick centered. But hey, we actually talked about some music here, some good music. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. Make sure to fill out that Google form if you are a becoming artist. You potentially want us to check out your project down in the description down below as well. And timestamps will be in the description down below in case you want to go back to certain parts, certain times of us talking about certain things. Comment down below what you thought about today's episode. Yeah, that has been it for another episode. My name is Chase Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.